And now it's time for Eufaula High School football with Doug Applin, Keith Bryant, John Wayne Robinson, and Jimmy Simmons.
Welcome to Headland, Alabama. And the Tigers travel to Headland to take on the Headland Rams. The Tigers come in 1-2 on the season. Headland also, well, they're 2-1, but both of these teams are 0-1 in Region 2 play. So this important game for both teams tonight is the winner of this game will move into second place in Region number 2. Tied for first place after 1 week of region play is Catholic of Montgomery, who is an undefeated 3-0, 1-0 in region play. Andalusia 1-2. They were victorious last week over this Headland bunch, 24-6. They're 1-2 overall, 1-0 in region play. And then Charles Henderson, who was 0. Actually, they were 1-1 going into last week. Their victory was against Pike County 6-0 in the first week of the season. They lost 24-0 to Highland Home the second week. They were victorious last week over Greenville in a sloppy affair in the wet conditions in Troy last Friday night. But they are 1-0 in region play as well, 2-1 overall. Then you've got Eufaula, Greenville, Headland, and Carroll all at 0-1 in region play. Carroll still looking for their first victory of the season as they are 0-3. But Eufaula leads the all-time series between Headland and Eufaula. Eufaula is 4-0 overall, and none of the games have really been close when these teams have played in the past. Don't have all. Yes, I do. I have all the scores. That all 4 games have come since 2016. In 16 and 17, these teams played each other. It was 55-14 Eufaula. In 16 and 17, it was 41-14. 2 years ago, Doug and I were down here, and it was a close game. Headland came out, jumped on Eufaula 7-0 after one play on offense. Then it was 14-0 shortly thereafter. They led 20-7 later, so they had two touchdown leads in the first half. Eufaula ultimately got control of that game, led 21-20 at halftime, outscored them 14-0 in the second half to win 35-20, but it was very competitive in the first half. Really, it was competitive the whole game. Headland played very well in that game 2 years ago. They were ready for the Tigers. Last year, Eufaula played well. Headland definitely had their attention as Headland came to Eufaula last year, and Eufaula was victorious 56-14. Doug, hard to say what to expect tonight. Eufaula has been a tale of two teams. They played really well 2 weeks ago at Russell County. Russell County went on last week, as we talked about on the coaches show, defeated Wetumpka 21-17, I think, last week. So Russell County's only loss on the season was to Eufaula. Eufaula played very well, almost 500 yards of offense. But the 2 home games against Booker T. Washington and then Catholic, of course, the competition probably had something to do with it, but did not play well at home. We hope we see the Tiger team that played at Russell County tonight.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of throw that Catholic team in there. Like you said last week, they've only lost a couple of games over several years. They're a very good ball team, and you don't know which one you're going to get with the Tigers. It's been 3 games. It's been 3 different teams, it seems like, as they come out. 2 years ago, we came down here. We were kind of stunned. We wasn't even in the seats good, and we were down 14-0. So, and to make matters a little bit worse, a lot of folks know that we lost Parker Simmons in the first game with a tore ACL off the line, a few little nagging injuries. I guess we can go ahead and say it now. It's too late to make any adjustments anyway, but we'll be without McCoy at quarterback tonight as he's under concussion protocol. And so we'll have the backup quarterback, Jalen Wright, in there tonight.
Now, Jalen is very capable, as we've seen him at quarterback. I mean, he played a down or two last week, and actually played a lot more than that. After Ty went out, he had played a down early in the game when Ty had his helmet taken off. But we saw Jalen extensively in the spring as well, and Jalen is very capable at quarterback. The biggest loss is you lose him in the backfield because he's a starting running back. He, along with Torian Slaughter. So you lose him, but you bring in the sophomore Perry Denard, who has looked very good in the limited action he's seen so far.
It's going to be who steps up at running back, and I'm gonna tell you, it's I'm not so sure, and nothing against McCoy, but they leave this surface cut high here every time we come here. They probably do it for everybody, but it looks very good. I know everybody was talking about the field. Came by this morning. You can see all the sand on the home side. It was actually standing water. There was standing water over here on the visitor side. but the surface actually looks real good. They've done a good job of going back. All the areas where you can see the turf torn up last week when they played Andalusia has been fixed. I'm sure it's not firm footing out there. It's not a lot of crown on this field. It's a pretty flat field. And so that water really is probably right there below the surface. We're just going to see a lot of slipping and sliding. But one thing you get with Wright running quarterback is he does a great job of pulling, and he reads very fast. He's probably a little bit ahead of where McCoy is as far as the reads go. And it may be a running attack tonight anyway.
Well, Wright did throw a touchdown pass in the spring game, so he is a capable passer. So it'll be interesting to see. And you definitely are developing some more experience and depth as Ty McCoy has only started 3 games at quarterback for the Tigers. He's a sophomore. Jalen, this will be his first start at quarterback. Junior, he played a lot last year, obviously, as a running back. But he will have his first start at quarterback, the junior. And so it'll be important as the season rolls along. Of course, backing him up is Forrest Stevenson. He is a freshman. He is a quarterback of the JV team, and he will be the backup quarterback should he be needed tonight. We are counting down to kickoff between the Tigers and the Headland Rams. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Let me say one thing before we go. Somebody did a good job. This Brown Heating and Broadcast booth, it feels good up here. It doesn't feel like third, fourth game of the season.
It really
we
is.
Burned up last time, but it feels
now
good.
The sun has gone down a little bit and going behind the clouds. It's pretty good. So
it's actually warm. Everybody was worried about. I know it's rained up the northern way, but it was actually the last few hours was sunny and very warm here. So we'll be back after a few commercial breaks from the Brown Heating and Air Conditioning Broadcast booth.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Camlocker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Hi, I'm Mariana Richardson, and I want you to join Mayor Jack Tibbs and me for this year's Homecoming Parade. Our live coverage begins Thursday, September 19th at 5 p.m. on Tiger TV's YouTube channel. Just search for Tiger TV 8658. I'll see you there, and go Tigers!
When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutterman Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter systems designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful, durable finish.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
We're back in Headland. We're counting down the kickoff between the Tigers and the Rams. And as we said, Headland comes into tonight's game 2-1 on the season. They opened their season on the road at Dale County. They were victorious over the Warriors 19-10. The next week they played at Abbeville. It was an Henry County game there, and they were victorious 41-22 in that contest against Abbeville. As we said last week, in very wet conditions. It was Andalusia, the Bulldogs, coming here and victorious 24-6 over Headland in that game. So first 2 weeks it was Dale County, I believe, is 3A now, Abbeville 3A, and then of course last week playing a 5A opponent. Eufaula, of course, played 4A. Booker T. Washington opened the season 6A, Russell County, and then defending 4A champion last week, Catholic, and Eufaula 1-2 coming in. Doug, this coach that's here, and I don't have his name, Reginald Melton. I guess in his third season here, so they've had quite a bit of success under Coach Melton. As we talked about 2 years ago, they moved. I guess they were in 5A. Maybe they dropped back down. They moved back up. I guess 2 years ago was their first season back in 5A in our region, or maybe I'm wrong. Eufaula was in 6A, dropped back down. Either way, they've made the playoffs the last 2 years. They made the quarterfinals last year. They lost to Gulf Shores here, 35-14. So they actually put up 2 touchdowns against Gulf Shores in the quarterfinals. They had the most wins in school history here, which is hard to believe. You would think they would have accomplished this at some point in their past, but they finished 10-3 last year. 10 wins was, it says, the first time that they reached that plateau in school history. So Coach Melton has had a lot of success here in his 2+ seasons so far, and they're 2-1 coming in tonight. The thing that we talked about before the season, the 8 teams on the Tigers roster, I guess the 7 teams in the region, there's 6 teams out of 7 in the region that made the playoffs last year. 8 teams on the overall schedule that made the playoffs, but 2 of the 6 teams that made the playoffs last year will not make the playoffs this year. So it's a 4. It's 6 people, or actually 7, because Greenville is in there as well. They didn't make the playoffs last year, but Greenville's already eclipsed their win total from last year. They only won a game last year. They've won 2 this year, and but there's 7 teams vying for 4 spots. This game tonight is very important for both of these 2 teams.
Very important. We're going to go down to John Wayne, check our connection just a second, but I see some of our folks already have a head start. Just be sure to go on our social media, the Facebook side, on our Mid-South Bank side, and comment Mid-South Bank in the comments. If you do that, and Eufaula returns the opening kickoff or the second half kickoff, whichever one they receive during this game, for a touchdown, it'll be good. You'll be in a drawing for everybody that did it. Somebody will win $100. Let's go down to John Wayne and find out how that field is looking tonight. John Wayne, can you tell us what it looks like?
Yes, sir. Just like you said earlier, the field is beautiful on top. Looks real good. It's not real low cut. It's pretty high cut. And, I don't weigh but about 150 pounds. But when I put my weight on my heel, I can go down about 2 inches. So underneath it is going to be pretty soft. So just like last week, some quick cuts is going to probably see some people slipping and sliding. I was going to hit a knee, see if my knee got wet, but I was afraid I couldn't get up and have to call y'all down here to help me. So I just put my weight on there best I could. But good Eufaula crowd starting to show up. Sidelines aren't visitor size not real big, but we're pretty much once the band gets in, we're gonna pretty much be at capacity, a few more seats, and just looking forward to a good game. The weather finally got right with us. It rained all day up at the paper mill. That 2-inch an hour rain came down. It's raining in Eufaula when I left, and I get down here and it's blue skies and a beautiful moon rise. So good night for Friday night football. Smell the boiled peanuts cooking over there. Got to go over there at halftime.
Yep, they were pretty good. Appreciate that, John Wayne. And the Headland's got a good crowd already in the stands over there on their side. Keith, it's going to be interesting to see how that field holds up. But I need to visit that scale on the moon that John Wayne weighed himself on there real quick.
Yeah, he must not have weighed himself in the last 35 or 40 years, I would imagine. So, anyway, but talking about the game tonight, this is these two, 45 miles, 50 miles, or 45 miles separate these two towns, and Headland's, of course, growing as a bedroom community kind of for Dothan. A lot of, the school has gone up. I know they probably were 2 or 3A. Now they're all the way into 5A. And so, this could be, and it has been, a competitive game. And it'll be interesting to see how it goes tonight. Eufaula, as we said, against Russell County, almost made 500 yards of total offense. Pretty balanced, 297 on the ground in that game, 193 through the air. So, but overall, when you throw in the 2 home games, Eufaula's averaging 261 yards per game, 124 through the air, 137 on the ground. So a fairly balanced attack for Eufaula so far this year. They're averaging 62 plays per game. Of course, last week's game, the low point, only 51 plays against Catholic the Knights last week, but 62 plays overall is not bad in high school football with the 12-minute quarters. So the Eufaula offense is young, as Coach Jernigan said, coming into the season, only returning 3 starters off of last year's team, then 1 starter. Parker Simmons went down in week 1. So the offensive line, only 1 senior this year. So they're growing up. This will be the 4th game of the year. So we'll see what the Tigers come out with. Doug, you talked about probably a heavy dose of the run. We'll see what they decide to do here pretty soon.
You were talking about Headland size. This is a community that's really growing, very similar to, maybe not quite as fast, but Auburn, Opelika area, but a lot of housing, a lot of more students. If you look back, I think it was 2009 year was the last year that Headland was actually, they were a 3A school. And so they've worked their way up through the ranks. And that's bumping pretty good if you're not being bumped up because of competitive edge, to be bumped up a couple of classifications in 12 years or so.
That is, that's quite fast. And so
actually less than that, because they were moved to 5A. What?
I think 16. I think 16, because Eufaula played them back-to-back years, and we don't know this for certain. We could look back and see, but we think they were region opponents those 2 years. But
I'll double check that. If that's the case, you go from 2009 to 2016 from 3A to 5A.
That's a lot of growth fast. So, but there's a lot of housing developments. A lot of houses been built in this area in the last 10 years. So
16, they were 5A.
Okay, that's what we thought. So they've been 5A for the last, I guess this is their 8th season in a row, or 9th season. So anyway, this stadium, we talked about how they grew from 3A to 5A. I don't think they've done any work on the stadium in that time, though. As we talked about, this was probably a very, very nice stadium 50, 60 years ago. The lights, so we understand, are run on generators. That's what we were told last night.
Right behind us.
Yeah, there's 2 big generators. They're pretty quiet, I guess. But the generators run the lights. There are 4 old, they look like windmill towers, but really tall windmill towers. But that's what the lights are sitting on top of, and they're the old style bulbs. They say they can't even get parts for these lights anymore. So at some point in the near future, look for Headland to upgrade this, especially the very nice field that Abbeville built. And I haven't heard anything recently, Doug, and I'm just kind of hitting you impromptu here, but the last I heard, Abbeville was not planning on finishing off that field anytime soon. Have you heard anything recently about that?
I was told the money has been allocated for this next year for the lights, the concessions, the bleachers, everything else they'll need to finish it. That doesn't mean it will be used the next year. And my understanding is the money will be available for them to go ahead and spend and get it done. Now, how long that will take, I have no idea. But that's what I was told had come from the board meetings or whatever. But there again.
And once again, I did not realize till recently that Headland was in reality a Henry County school, not a city school.
I think if they had their choice, they would rather break away and be city. But there's a lot of back and forth about that around this area. Keith, I was just looking before I click off of it. In what year was this? 2015. Headland was a 4A school, and I was looking. They didn't fare very well that year. They were 4-6 that year. But guess who a region opponent was that year of all people?
Catholic.
I'm sure population-wise hadn't grown, but they have been bumped up because of competitive balance. And Headland because of and it was 27-7 that year, second game of the season that they lost to Catholic, and that was really about the time that Catholic really got to rolling and started coming into his own.
Yeah, that was about the season because I had looked at Catholic last week prior to that game, and Catholic had they really averaged 3, 4, 5 wins a season up until 10 years ago. Since 10 years ago, I think the least number of games they've won in any one season is 8, and they've won as many as 15. I didn't look to see what they've averaged over the last 10 years, but I would venture to say it's double digits with 4 undefeated regular seasons over the last 5 years. So Catholic really has it rolling up there, and it'll be interesting to see if they were to win the 5A championship this year, which I would think they've got as good a chance as any, Doug. That means that next count they would bump to 6A. Is that correct?
It would be a 2 years count. I think that would be correct. I'm not sure. They weigh a lot of factors. Tell you somebody else that was in that 2015 season. They've got a lot of folks that they're familiar with, I guess, in this region. They actually played Andalusia that year. Now that was really the 15 year. 16 year, I think, is kind of when they really started rolling. They were only, I think, 4-6 themselves in 15, but Andalusia beat them 42-24 that 15 season. So that might be a barn burner when those two get together. Unless we can take care of business in Andalusia, and the rest of the time, that would put us back in the mix. But you never know. Maybe Andalusia could make it a mess in 5A region too.
That's right. Well, this week the Tigers have Headland. Next week is homecoming, and Carroll comes in. Carroll's winless on the season so far. The week after that, you follow host with Wetumpka before going to Greenville, and then the Tigers have an off week, and then they go to Andalusia. But it's conceivable in region play, Doug, if the Tigers play well. If we see the Russell County Tigers. Tigers could be undefeated in region play. No, they could still only have the one loss. They could be 3-1 in region play when they go to Andalusia. That would be a very important game. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the schedules to see if Andalusia and Catholic would have already played, but that game could be for second place potentially, depending on how things shake out. But a lot of football to be played between now and then. The most important one is the one that's going to be played tonight, and the Tigers come out trying to win that game. Looking at the captains out there for you, Eufaula. You've got number 2 for the Tigers, Torian Slaughter, the running back. You've got Jalen Wright, the starting quarterback tonight, is out there. Adrian Goldsmith, he is a defensive lineman, is a captain, as well as Thomas Hill, the defensive back.
On the Headland side, you got the roster over there, but it's number 0.
That would be Cameron Sconyers. He is their leading tackler on the season.
21.
21 is Caden Walker.
Number 55.
55. Let's see here. Got it front and back, so I got to flip over Landon Jackson. So
and number 8.
And number 8, Marcus Reeves is what it's listed as. Interesting, when I looked up stats on Max Preps, if that's to be believed, and you can't always believe the stats on Max Preps, but they had the leading touchdown scorer and rusher as Jaden Craig, who is listed actually as a wide receiver. He, interestingly, is not on the roster. He was listed as number 9 on Max Preps. And but anyway, he is not on the roster we had. Okay, we're going to get out of the field to John Wayne for the coin toss.
Yes, sir. Mr. Whitehat's talking to him now. Sportsmanship, clean play. Come see him when there's a penalty question asked by the captains. pretty equally sized young men standing across the way from the Tigers. He's showing them the coin now, heads and the tails.
What did I do with that drink?
Hadn't seen it. I don't know. Oh, here it is.
Tigers call heads.
Hey.
He said he called heads. If he drops it, we'll do it again. He caught it. And it is tails. Headland will defer to the second half. You follow be receiving back towards the end where the drone was at.
All right, so we've got just a minute or two to get registered for the drawing. Actually, they haven't had the national anthem yet. We are still about 4 minutes before 7 o'clock, so we'll see. You probably will be moving from right to left as we view the field here. But remember to go to the Facebook feed. You follow Tiger Football Broadcast. Comment Mid-South Bank in the comments underneath there for a chance to win $100 should you follow return the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Remember that you would be in a drawing to win $100 should that be returned for a touchdown. But you follow in red pants, white jerseys, red numerals, red headgear. Headland in their all blue pants, white stripes, blue jerseys, white numerals, blue headgear. So blue and white against red and white. Colorful event here in Headland. And the Rams run out of a tunnel. It's a tunnel with a Headland helmet on the end. And Eufaula runs out through their big banner. I'm going to be very interested, Doug, if they don't have the national anthem. They have normally that plays before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't that normally play before the captains?
Generally, it does. We were somewhere a year or two ago. We were on the sidelines when they played the national anthem. I have no idea if it was here. I guess we'll find out.
I suppose so. I'm looking to see the flag. I don't see a flag, but the officials out there. I guess we're going to start this game without a national anthem. That's very unusual. No invocation, no national anthem. Okay, there's a flag in the. I guess that'd be the east end zone, down by the play clock. But the Tigers' return team is making their way out on the field. If that be the case, we're going to start this game a little early. So remember the Mid-South Bank. You've still got a few seconds left. If there's no national anthem, few seconds left to comment and win. Change. Normally Jalen Wright is, well, no, maybe not. It's Torian Slaughter along with Zakai Steele back deep for the Tigers. They'll move up to around the 15-yard line. We're at a low vantage point, folks. We're in the visiting stands that we were 2 years ago. It kicks away. It's going to come down to Zakai Steele about the 23-yard line. He's bringing it to the near side. He's cutting back up, has some running room. He's going to be brought down on a nice tackle about the 38-yard line, but that's a good starting field position for the Tigers. And that man, if he doesn't make the tackle, Steele has a lot more running room.
There was a lane opening up there. You probably could see I wasn't watching the camera shot, but it was probably coming right at you. Nobody was back deep for Headland, and if he could have broke that one tackle, he'd been off to the races.
Of course, folks, you see our umbrella with the rain that we've had the last few days, and still a chance of rain tonight. We didn't want a chance getting the equipment wet here, so we have a tent above us. Going to hand off. No, going to be pop pass. It's going to be thrown incomplete. It hung just a little bit in the air, intended for Zakai Steele, and it's incomplete. So second down and 10. That was a situation where they didn't have a safety, Doug. If they had run Steele deep, he would have been probably more open than he was short.
Or if that corner would have been a half step late, it'd have been a race to the end zone.
Right. Going to be a keeper by Jalen Wright. Wright takes it across the 40. He's going to get maybe to the 41 or 2. We'll see where they spot him down. Give him a 3-yard gain on that play. His knees kind of went down and they're going to spot him about the 41, we'll say. So third down and long, third down 7. Torian Slaughter, I believe, or is that, no, that is Stenard in the backfield. Jalen Wright running around, he's going to be sacked. A little indecision that time on the part of Wright, and he's going to be sacked back close to the 30-yard line. We'll see where he goes down. It's a loss, a big loss of about 10 yards on that play. We'll see where they spot it down. Let's say the 32, a 9-yard loss on that play, but not what the Tigers wanted to open up here as they lose 6 yards on 3 plays.
There was good coverage on downfield. He really didn't have a lot anywhere to go.
So back deep, the Tigers in punt formation is Alvarez. There's a nice punt, end over end. It's going to hit. It's going to be. I believe it hit a Headland player. It hit a player. They're going to throw a flag. They're going to say catch interference.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch this on the replay and see. I don't know that we made contact with the return man. Oh, yeah, we did. We did. Good call. Good call.
Deja vu.
So that's going to give Headland great starting field position. They should start in Tiger territory. 10:05 to go here in the first quarter. Oh, they waved it off. Tigers catch a break.
I wonder if it's the same young lady we had here 2 years ago over on the sideline.
37-yard line. I'd forgotten that, Doug. Good memory. Okay, so first and 10 Headland from the 37-yard line. Tigers in a 4-man front. Looks like a 4-4, actually. It's 4-3 with two corners. Handoff around the left side, looking to turn the corner. He does. He crosses the 40. He's going to fight for yardage up around the 44, so a nice gain on first down. We'll call it a gain of 7. They'll spot him just across the 43, so give him officially about 6 yards on the gain.
Was that Reeves?
That was number 8, Reeves.
Okay.
So second down and call it 4. They shift over to the right side. They're going to hand it to Reeves again, sweeping the left side. He is going to be hit. He'll gain a yard up to the 44-yard line. That'll bring up a possession play. You call it 3rd and 3 for Headland. Just underway here. JJ Arbor Stadium.
Probably would have brought him down for no gain that time, but the tackler came from behind, knocked him forward. So brings up 3rd and 3. We'll see what they have here. Coming out with spreading receivers.
The quarterback has one back, which is Reeves to his left. It will be Reeves at right tackle. He has a little running room, but good penetration by the Tigers. They're going to bring him down for a loss of a yard back to the 43-yard line. That was the first man there, I believe, was Dennis. He had a lot of help on the play, but Xavier Dennis penetrating into the backfield and bringing them down for a 1-yard loss. So they go forward 6 and 3 plays. You follow backed up 6 and 3 plays on the sack. So still even, 0 apiece, 8:35 on a running clock here in the first quarter.
Late guy checking in for Headland. I think they just didn't have enough. I don't think they're trying to pull anything there and slip somebody out.
There's going to be a flag. That's going to be a delay of game. Nice, pretty nice punt. Slaughter fielded it at his 26-yard line. He was standing on the 25, so he had it guessed pretty good right there. But that delay of game penalty will cost Headland 5. We'll see. Eufaula started their first possession at their 32. I'm sorry. Was it their 42-yard line? I think 38-yard line. 38-yard line. So Tigers look to try to get good field position once again.
I don't know if Jimmy's got a picture of the clock. I hope that's 8 minutes and 33
seconds. It's 8:33. 8:33. Low line drive kick. Slaughter will let it roll. He's going to pick it up on the run around the right side. He has some running room. One man took a good angle, able to bring him down If he gets past that man, he has at least 10 or 15 more yards, it appeared, down the far sideline. Still pretty good starting field position. They're going to be up around the 30-yard line, I think. But if he fielded that ball, he did a good job to prevent it because it was rolling pretty hard toward the Tiger end zone.
Well, you noticed him stumbling a little bit a couple of times, trying to catch his balance. I think that's the high grass. It's really hard to tell till you walk down on the field. The grass is cut very high here, and it takes getting used to.
From the 34-yard line, we'll say. There's a whistle. I don't see.
Came from the sideline.
I don't think I see a flag.
It said motion on it. Came from right in front of the Eufaula bench.
Snap didn't look good.
Okay.
Somebody took off early. Yeah, Jarrell said in the coaches show the other night that they weren't able to cut the grass this week. So that's part of the reason why it's so high.
So each team has 5-yard penalties. Here, early going, 8:14 to go in the first quarter, scoreless. Jalen Wright gives it off to his running back at right tackle. He'll lower his head, gets back up around the original line of scrimmage, give him a gain of 5. Didn't look. I tell you what, Doug, that was a good push by the offensive line because that did not look like a 5-yard gain. Because apparently that offensive line pushed them back about that far because he met his first resistance there with the lineman still in front.
So he kind of ran it into a defender and was not able to get any further. 2nd
and 10 now. They're going to hand it off again. It's going to be Denard looking to bring outside the big back. The sophomore turns it upfield. He is going to cross midfield into Headland Ram territory down to the 48-yard line. So from the 34, you fall to the 48. That's 16 yards. It seemed like more, but I'm sorry, it was more. 18 yards. 18 yards on that play by Denard. Denard just he's a bigger running back for the Tigers. I'm not sure. I guess we'll check the roster to see what his height and weight is, but just a sophomore. We've seen him look pretty good carrying the ball so far this year. Torian Slaughter in for the Tigers. Jalen Wright at quarterback. Wright will deal it to Slaughter. Slaughter up the middle with some running room. He's down to the 40. Give him a quick gain. We'll call it 7 yards on that play.
Keith, you have your work cut out for you tonight. We are so low to the sidelines, you can't really see where the line of scrimmage is on some of them. So hats off tonight. You got your work cut out for you. Headland's going to take a timeout and try to stop this drive from Eufaula. We'll take a timeout too. Be back for more Eufaula High football after this timeout.
Barber County's original newspaper for local news is the Clayton Record. The Clayton Record is a Cherry Hill media publication that's been around for over 150 years, covering Barber County and the surrounding area. Online and print subscriptions are available starting as low as $2.99 per month. Call them today to sign up and never miss what's going on. Visit www.claytonrecord.com or call 334-775-3254. Covering the county from the county seat, the Clayton Record.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
What's that?
Back.
Okay.
Back.
Back in Headland, Tigers with a 2nd down, almost 4 yards. It's a long 3 here from just outside the 40-yard line of Headland. It's been all on the ground so far. The Tigers, no passing yards. It's going to be a handoff to Torian Slaughter around the right end. Slaughter in the open field. He's down the sidelines. It's a foot race. 10-5. Slaughter dives. He's going to be out of bounds about the 3-yard line. That's a 37-yard, maybe the 2-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. But it's a 37 or 38-yard run for Slaughter.
Yeah, it was outside the 40, almost the 41. So give him a little extra on that.
We'll see where they spot it down. It looks like maybe the 2-yard line. So close. That's a 39-yard run for Slaughter. Another first down for the Tigers. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Going to hand it off in the middle. It's going to be Denard. He's going to be taken down. No gain on the play.
They really got the middle bunched up in the middle. Maybe a misdirection handoff up the middle and boot around the end or something here. You hate to lose the yardage if you get caught in the backfield, but don't be surprised. Headland's got a little size right up the middle there.
Yeah, they are down maybe close to the 1 yard line. Hard to say from here. We're not very high, as Doug said, but be surprised if the Tigers don't go straight at them again. Hand off to Denard again. He's in, standing up this time. Good job by the right side of the offensive line. The Tigers score first. They're up 6-0 with 6:01 to go here in the first quarter play. It's a sophomore, Perry Denard, in for 6.
I gave him a yard on that last carry and a yard on that one, so he was down to the 2. And that'll be the first touchdown score for Denard here tonight. Tigers go up 6-0 with extra point pending. As we view the field, we are on the visitor side. For those of you familiar with Headland Stadium, Tigers are going from right to left. They're right in front of the Headland dressing room.
Tigers line up in the, I guess you said the salt and pepper, a swinging gate. They shift into the conventional point after touchdown formation. There's a snap. Good job getting that down by Ben Jackson, and a good job, good concentration that time by Cooper Wingate to kick it through. The Tigers lead 7-0 with 6:01 to go here in the first quarter. That was a 2, 4, 6, 7 play drive that covered 66 yards officially, actually 71 yards of offense after the 5-yard penalty they overcame. And the Tigers notch the scoreboard, and they lead 7-0. The heat timeout on the field. With that heat timeout, Doug, you want to step aside and get a commercial break in? We'll be back after this commercial break.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson, and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson, and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
Back at J.J. Yarborough Stadium, with the Tigers lead 7-0 on a 1-yard touchdown run by the sophomore Perry Denard. Wingate kicks it away. It's an onside kick. If it goes 10 yards, we got it, but it goes 9. We had it. If it went 10 yards, it was a good thought by the Tiger coaching staff, but instead it's going to give Headland great field position as they'll start at the Tiger 49-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Would have definitely caught them off guard, but it gives Headland great field position.
Yeah, needed 10, went 9. He was sitting there waiting on it like, come on, come on. He finally fell on it when it stopped rolling, but it stopped rolling. So Headland out for their second possession. 1st and 10 in Tiger territory. There's a handoff around the left end. The leading runner is brought down for a 1-yard loss. Let's see who the Tiger is. I believe it's going to be number 21 on the stop for the Tigers. It is Zion Martin on the stop for the Tigers. A 1-yard loss. Good penetration that time by the Tigers, stopping this Headland running game. No pass attempt so far tonight for the Rams.
No safety for the Tigers.
They're getting a quarterback keeper this time. He's going to try to come around the right end. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So it's going to be 3rd down after the no gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 for Headland. 5:20 and counting here in the first quarter. 7-0. The Tigers lead in this one.
Keith, what's the quarterback's name? I know you got the roster there.
Let's see who the quarterback is. He is number 11, Ashton Trammell. He is a junior quarterback, 5'10", 166. Slot to the right. Trammell looking to throw. He's got pressure early. He throws the pass complete. but it's going to be short of the first down. He will pick up. Call it 8 yards down to the 42-yard line. It was a good pass. He did a good job eluding the rush. We got pressure on him immediately. It'll be 4th and 3. Pardon me, 4th and 3 here from the 42-yard line.
Looks like Headland's going to try to go for it. I look for him to try to draw Eufaula off sides here.
Yeah,
they got a heavy set.
They're in a heavy set. The quarterback's going to keep it, try to run around the left end. He is going to be close. Going to depend on the spot. He is right at the marker. Where they're running in, that would not be a first down. It will not be a first down where they're running in. It should be 1st and 10. Eufaula. Give him 2 on that carry. We'll wait and see till they make an official decision. But that should be 1st and 10. Eufaula without a measurement. They're going to measure just to be safe.
Well, I can't see because the chains are right here in front of the Eufaula players. But it's very close. I guess we could have looked at the marker on the other end, and it would have been 10 yards from that because the ball is actually touching the 40-yard line. It's just inside the 40-yard line. It's going to be very close. He may have to get his Visa card out to check this one.
So they're going to stretch it. We'll put the binoculars on it just to see, but I believe it's going to be short easily. It's going to be about the length of the football. Short. So it'll be Eufaula's ball. So as it turns out, Doug, the gamble does not hurt Eufaula at all. As they'll get the ball back in good starting field position right at their 40-yard line. Tigers looking for their first pass completion. It may be a heavy dose of run tonight with Jalen Wright starting at quarterback. If you tuned in late, Ty, the starting quarterback, Ty McCoy, not playing tonight after being injured last week. Be right. He tosses it from shotgun, just a little toss, a flag. Look for a potential hold against Eufaula where that flag was thrown. Had a man out wide blocking that time, and that play just did not develop. Blocking the back. You don't see a block in the back a lot of times behind the line of scrimmage, Doug, but that's indeed what they called.
Started marking it off. I guess he was at the wrong spot as he goes back and starts again. It should be just inside the 30-yard line. That should be a line.
Yeah, so that costs the Tigers 10 yards. Just 1st and 20 now. Of course, the chunk plays the Tigers had on the last possession, they would be able to overcome this 20 yards to go on first down. 1st and 20 from just inside the 30. 4:02, the clock running here in the first quarter. Going to hand it off to Denard around the right end. Denard turns a corner, lowers his head, goes out of bounds. We'll have to wait till they spot it. It's going to be a short gain, maybe 2 yards on the play. A little like he had a little running room from our vantage point here, but only 2 yards where they spot him down. So 2nd down and 18. Clock rolling, 3:42 and counting here in the first.
Tigers bring in a receiver, but they take out a receiver. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Play just joined us. Tigers up 7-0 here in Headland, Alabama.
Bunch set to the wide side left for the Tigers. Jalen Wright, the quarterback, takes it. He's rolling to this. Just a quarterback keeper all the way. He's going to turn outside looking for blocks. He does pick up a block or two, but the pursuit's going to catch him. And after all that running, it looked very promising, but it's only going to be a gain of 2. So that brings up 3rd and very long. 3rd and very long for the Tigers. Defense out from underneath the tent with 2:54 and counting here in the first quarter. It's 3rd down, call it 16 yards to go.
Was that Slaughter or Wright on the carry?
It was Wright. It was just basically a wildcat play that time. They snapped it to Wright, whose natural position is a running back, and he took it and sprinted with all those blockers in front of him to the right. But Headland did a good job of taking on those blocks and stringing it out. Wright looking to throw. He's going to throw it down the field. Has a man out here. It's going to be caught. Great catch. It is complete.
There's a flag.
There's a flag, but where that is, maybe that will be holding, they say. So that will nullify. Write that one down. That was all the way down to the 33-yard line. So from the 34-yard line to the 33, 16 and 17, 33-yard beautiful pass play nullified. Basically a 43-yard penalty right there against Eufaula.
Yeah. Not saying it didn't happen, but I didn't see it there. It looked like a good pocket to throw out of.
It did. It looked like and the Tigers convert on 3rd and 16. No way for us to question that because we weren't down there. We didn't see it. We certainly followed the ball. Coach Journey is not happy.
Yeah, he's taking a timeout too, I think. Let's see. Something. Yeah, he's taking a timeout. Let's take a timeout too. We'll be back after a quick commercial break.
Stephen W. Bryan, candidate for Barber County Commission, District 2, is a big supporter of Eufaula Tiger football. Stephen lives, works, worships, and shops in our county, and his motto is, I am here. He plans to be accessible to the people of his district and will share his personal email and phone numbers. Stephen says, I ultimately will answer my God for the choices I make and take that seriously. I will be teachable, respectful, genuine, a man of integrity, and above board in every decision I make for the betterment of the whole of Barber County. Paid for by the Friends of Stephen W. Bryan for County Commission.
Hey, we're back at J.J. Arbor Stadium here in Headland, Alabama, where the Tigers have it now. 3rd down all over again, but it's 3rd and very, very long. It's 3rd and 16 last time, I guess 3rd and 26. On the reception for the Tigers was Bernie Smith. It's a very good catch by Smith, good concentration. Right, dropping back, he's going to settle again. Has a man out there, and it's incomplete. That time intended for DeVos, and he looked to be open to begin with. That was one of the situations, Doug, if Wright had it do over again, he showed a very good arm that time. He threw it very, very deep, but if he led the receiver back to the inside, he would have had a chance at that football. But a good throw by Wright either way, and it's going to be a 4th down punting situation.
Yeah, that was a little weird, too. He started the clock coming out of a timeout before the snap of that ball.
There, Adam kicks it away from the defense. It hits. It takes a big Tiger roll inside the 40. It's going to roll dead about the 36-yard line. That's where the Headland will take over their 3rd possession of the night, 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Mark that down, though, Doug. 2 10-yard penalties on that possession against the Tigers. On 1st down, a 10-yard hold, block in the back behind the line of scrimmage, then a 10-yard holding that nullified a 33-yard pass play. From the 36-yard line, they will run, looking to turn the corner out left. He makes a man miss in the backfield. He'll go down, though, basically for no gain. So Tigers are reestablishing the line of scrimmage, Doug, into the backfield because I thought it was going to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain, but all he did was get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, real good play that time. Somebody had a hold to him, but it was number 95, Ivory, that came and kind of punished him a little bit as he took him down hard right in front of the Eufaula bench for no gain. Maybe half the length of the football if we're going to be technical.
Ashton Trammell, the junior quarterback, carrying the ball mostly tonight has been Marcus Reeves. Trammell rolling to his left. He throws it into the flat, has a receiver there. He spinning across the 40, close to the 41. They'll give him the 41. So that's a gain of 5 on that 2nd down play. It'll bring up a 3rd down possession play. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Headland. Headland is 2 for 2 in the passing game so far. Both out into the flats. They threw one short into the right flat, one short on a rollout left into the flat. 3rd down and 5. Cameron Sconyers was on the reception for Headland.
Under a minute to go in the first now.
Going to look to throw. They'll throw a flag. It is tipped up in the air. Jave Williams with a great play. He nearly came up with a pick 6. As it is, he broke it up. It'll be 4th and 5, and it'll force a Headland punt.
That was right in front of us. You could see that one coming, Keith. He was looking to the end zone there, just slightly off it. I believe the ball would have been just a little bit lower. He would have picked it and took it to the house.
Headland's still looking for their initial 1st down of the night. Zakai Steele drops back for the Tigers. He stands just inside his 30-yard line, about the 27. That was well read by the Tiger defense, so good job recognizing the play.
Delay a game.
There'll be another delay of game on Headland.
Oh, and it's a break for Headland because the ball was a bad snap, got away from the punter, and Tigers would have been all over that. So that actually works as a break for Headland. Tigers swapping a whole unit back out. Did they keep the defense out that time?
Well, I don't know. I think they did, but I'm going to tell you what, Doug. Andalusia returned a punt last week against Headland. Zakai Steele's been close a little bit this year. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Zakai Steele gets him one tonight.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it was a good job by the punter to start with and a great job by the defense. He's kind of flipped the field back for the Tigers.
Their punt, good pressure. It's a low punt away from Steele. Steele's going to let it roll this time. It's going to roll down to the 20-yard line. So what a punt. That's going to be a 44-yard punt. No return. He is kicking away from Steele. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but he has kicked it away from him so far. 7-0 with 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter play from Headland, Alabama.
So far tonight, it's been Slaughter, number 2 for the Tigers. 3 carries for 51 yards. Leading ball carrier for the Tigers. Denard has 4 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown.
It is Denard in the game beside Jalen Wright this time, and there's a flag going to come down. They're going to say procedure on Eufaula. So on the first play of the last possession, it was a 10-yard penalty. This time it's a 5-yard penalty, putting the Tigers behind the sticks. That's already 4 penalties for 30 yards against the Tigers, and we're still in the first quarter.
We've had this issue before down here. I almost looked at you and asked you, was we going to get a holding call on first or second down this time? But
well, we're on pace right now with 36 seconds left in the first quarter for 16 penalties for 120 yards on the night if this pace continues.
The Tigers hadn't backed up yet.
They're discussing it. The officials are discussing it. I already marked it down, but I'd be happy to wave it off, and they are waving it off. So
I was going to say, I didn't see it. Tigers were barely up to the line, but at least they talked about it and came to the right decision.
So it is Denard flanking right to his left side. Slot receivers either side. Motion, they're going to run the little pop pass around the right side. They block it well this time. It's Steele turned the corner. Pursuit finally catches up as he crosses the 30, but give him 11 yards on the first pass completion of the night for Eufaula. First down for the Tigers. That is I believe that's the 3rd first down of the night so far for Eufaula. No first downs yet on the night for Headland. On what probably will be the final play of the first quarter, Eufaula with 1st and 10 from the 31. It's going to be a keeper by Wright. He makes a man miss, gets into the secondary. He is up near another Tiger first down as he crosses the 40.
That was a good shift, a good fake to Denard. And as he went up in there, he made a guy miss bad. And that looks like the better part of 9 yards as the clock's going to run out first quarter. And it will be 2nd and 1 when he comes back.
So 9 yards on that carry. At the end of the first quarter, it should follow 7. Headland, nothing. We'll be back in the Brown Heat and Air broadcast booth after this commercial break.
Don't suffer in the summer heat. Benefield's Heating and Cooling in Eufaula has you covered. Locally owned and operated, licensed and bonded, we're your trusted Bryant Factory authorized dealer. And just like Brian says, we service everything we sell. So stay cool all summer long with Benefield's Heating and Cooling. Call 334-695-8039 today and be a cool cat this season.
Let's get started.
Now that we have your attention, call Lauren Streeter with Lake Home Realty for all of your real estate needs.
Hey, we're back at J.J. Arbor Stadium in Headland, Alabama, where the Tigers lead 7-0 as we head into the second quarter. You follow with a 2nd down and 1 at their 40-yard line. The Tigers moved the ball pretty good so far in this game. This is their 4th possession of the night. They've had some penalties that stopped the last drive. It was a 33-yard pass completion down to the 33-yard line of Headland. That was nullified with a 10-yard holding penalty. As it is, Tigers have 2nd and 1 from the 40-yard line. This Jalen Wright has gone all the way at quarterback. He is in for the injured Ty McCoy. He actually shifts out discussing something with Zakai Steele. 2 running backs in the backfield, Torian Slaughter.
They're trying to get the clock straight. Keith, the clock had already started in the second quarter. We hadn't even got up to the line of scrimmage to get over the ball yet. But I guess they're going to have to let it run down to – well, they stopped it with 11:47 now. I thought that maybe it's going to get it double zeros and just change
if they can reset, I guess they can reset a quarter, I'm assuming. But as far as being able to key it in exactly the time they want, I wouldn't think they'd be able to do that here when they have
first play. You would think they could just reset and hit 12 minutes.
You would think so.
They had same trouble last week with Andalusia. They put 16 seconds back on the clock and then just let 6 seconds run off. There was 6 seconds left to go. And then Andalusia complained about that.
Well, they reset it to 12, so that was a good call, Doug. Good thing it wasn't a different juncture of the game. 2nd and 1, first play of the second quarter. Wright has 2 backs in the backfield with him, 2 and 22. It's going to be keeper by Denard. Denard, good, strong running. The sophomore takes it ahead we'll give him 5 yards on that game. Denard got hit about 2 yards across the line of scrimmage. He kept his legs driving and picked up some additional yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for Eufaula from the 45 or just shy of the 40. We'll call it the 44-yard line.
Tigers will come back to that, Keith. That option to this side was open. They'll come back in a minute out of that same formation.
That was basically the veer. So I don't know if it was a designed or predetermined give, but handoff, no. Pass out in the flat is incomplete. My goodness, that was dangerous. That was intended for the sniffer that time. New position that I'm not aware of, as Coach Jernigan said last night, the sniffer, number 20. That is Zacharias Dinkins. It'll be 2nd down and 10. But the way that hung up in the air on the flats out there, Doug, you kind of held your breath till the ball hit the ground because there were quite a few blue jerseys out the side.
That and it got tipped up. It didn't get knocked down.
Going to hand it off to Wright, keeps in a quarterback keeper on the left hand. He good hard running, crosses the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Give him a gain of 4 on that play. But it'll bring up a 3rd down possession play, 3rd down and 6 now.
Tigers are doing just enough passing to keep them honest. Of course, they had the long pass play called back a while ago, but kind of a passing situation here. You kind of feel like they could just line up and keep running it right at them. But
look for the potential. Well, no, they shift out. They take Slaughter and put him in the slot on the left side as they bring Perry Denard in at running back. Delayed count from Eufaula on 3rd down and 6. Denard lined up to the right side of Wright.
Don't get a delay, and that I don't know how our offense could hear anything. We had looked like a backs coach. We had an offensive coordinator. We had the line coach. All of them hollering signals after we tried to get them to jump off sides. And the ball is on the far hash mark. It took him a second to understand what he was saying.
So 3rd and 6 goes to 3rd and 11. Tigers look like they converted 3rd and 16 on 2 possessions back.
Well, Rams defense loosens up only in these passing situations. You might see a quarterback draw here out of Wright. He's got the speed to pick it up, only a 3-man rush.
Wright, dropping back. He's going to throw it. It is low. It's over on the far sidelines. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Zakai Steele, incomplete. There'll be a 4th down punting situation.
Well, I got to keep this momentum going at some point. Only a 7-point lead.
Yeah, it's been kind of Headland still does not have a first down with 10:44 to go in the second quarter, but Eufaula's kind of been in command of this game, but it's still only, like you said, a 1-score game. 2 quick first downs on this possession for Eufaula.
Snap bounces back to the punter.
Well, Asquez gets it away. It takes a slight Eufaula down neutral bounce, and Headland will have it just across the 30-yard line. It'll be the Headland's fourth possession of the game with 10:36 to go here in the second quarter of play. Still 7-0 Eufaula.
Only 12 yards of offense for Headland up to this point, 98 yards of offense for the Tigers.
So Headland goes the 1st and 10, call it the 31-yard line. They're going to hand it off, trying to sweep the right side, and the Tiger defense is having none of it as they stack him up, it looks like, behind the line of scrimmage. We'll call it a loss of 2 on that play.
Yeah, last year when we came down here, it was that play that they were able to get to the outside early with the quickness of Jackson and hurt the Tigers. Tigers did a good job of preparing for that tonight.
They break the huddle from the right hash mark. They'll send a slot to the wide side left. No one split to the right. 2 backs in the backfield now, shifting over to the strong side left. Going to run a halfback pass, and Ben Jackson stayed home. He did a good job of staying home that time. There was a receiver out there, but the pass sailed over everyone's head.
Good job by Jackson because that fooled a lot of the linebackers as they bid on it hard. We did not have a safety that time, so it could have been trouble.
So 3rd and 12, call it from the 29-yard line, 9:51. The clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. It'll be a possession play for Headland. If they do not convert, Tigers look to get good field position. Ashton Trammell, the junior quarterback, short one man as they bring in a last-second receiver from the sideline. So they'll have 3 receivers split to the wide side to the left here. Still moving around as the ball is snapped. I believe Headland's going to call a timeout. They do. With the timeout on the field, we'll step aside for a quick commercial break and be back from this word from our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
R.W. Wingate and Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate and Company for your accounting needs.
9:50 to go in the second quarter of play. 7-0 the Eufaula Tigers lead. Big play for the Tiger defense here is 3rd and 12 from the 29-yard line of Headland. Headland already out over the ball as Eufaula breaks the huddle from the sidelines. They'll go out. Headland has changed the formation slightly. They still have 3 receivers. No, they're shifting back over to the right side. They'll have a slot, 2 receivers to the wide side, to their left side, our right, and they'll have now they shift back over. They have 3 receivers now back on the right side, essentially what they did before the timeout. 1 receiver, though, split wide to the right. They'll send motion now, basically flooding this side. They got 1 man back there, but it doesn't matter. The Tiger rush gets there, and they'll sack him. They'll sack him for a big loss.
There was good coverage down that far side in front of the Headland bench. The quarterback had nowhere to go. It looked like number 19 for the Tigers.
That was actually number 9, I believe. It was Kevion Lamons. Yeah, the big defensive end for the Tigers.
Lamons on the sack and then 19 on the coverage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the coverage. I was going to say Lamons picked up some speed.
I was talking about the sack.
Yeah,
9 and 19 on that play for the Tigers. It's a good job as they just collapse that pocket. Almost blocked. They've gotten close a couple of times. That one they almost got to him. As it turns out, though, they just have to get away from it to steal. But good field position nevertheless. 40-yard line is where the Tigers will start.
I know they don't want to get it kicked over their head. They get in the roll anyway. Look for the Tigers maybe to move up a couple of yards on these punts. Headland's getting some good punts, but it's really from the roll. It's not necessarily from the punt. So they're either going to come after one or they're going to step up to try to set up a return here in a minute. I think, and if you've noticed the same thing I have, the more pressure we're putting on the punter, the less hang time that ball has every time.
That's right. So 9:03 now to go in the second quarter. First and 10 you follow from the 40. They lead 7-0.
Something's going on. They're talking to Jarrell and the coach on the Reggie on the far sideline. He looked up at the clock. I don't know if something happened to the clock again or what. 9:03 is what the clock shows.
It was 9:06 when they snapped the ball, so only 3 seconds ran off on that punt and the roll. It probably was started 7 or 8 seconds late because you would think with the ball rolling as far as it did, and it should have been probably a 10 or 11 second play at least.
That's one thing that new this year with the Tigers new. They upgraded the sound system. The head official actually has a mic and is able to talk straight to the press box at Tiger Stadium, and kind of resolves a lot of this type of stuff, or at least keeps it from taking a long time. Whatever they decided, they're through talking to drill. The head official's back out. Still 9:03 on the game clock. He says set it and let's go.
Wright going to keep it. Looking for running room. He's going to kind of peck along the line of scrimmage, but find no room. He's going to be tackled for no gain on the play.
That snap was a little high and threw the timing off with a fake. I'm not sure that was a design play. He might have just been hunting a hole to get in.
Play clocks or the game clock. Game clock just started working. Play clocks aren't working.
Second and 10. Going to hand it off to Denard this time, straight up the middle for Denard. He's going to lower his head. He gets close to 5 yards on that play. So close to 5 yards, we'll give him 5 yards. So call it third and a long 5 as the first down would come just shy of the 40 of midfield.
Tigers racking up some offense, but need to rack up a few more points here. 8:30 to go. Third and long now for the Tigers.
Tiger defense comes out from underneath the tent. They've certainly done their job so far tonight. As Doug mentioned, Headland only with 12 offensive yards so far. Wright takes it. He's going to throw a quick pass. It's caught. It's caught by Torian Slaughter. He makes a man miss. By making him miss, he picks up his first down into Ram territory down to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 10. Just a good individual effort. It was an accurate pass from Wright, but a good job by Torian Slaughter making a quick move and making the first man miss.
.803, clock stopped. I guess while they moved the chains.
Should be started now, though. Going to be Wright keeping it straight up the middle on the inside zone play. He pushes it all the way down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. So 6 yards on that play. Didn't look like it would be that much to begin with, but good push and continued leg drive by Wright. Picks up a good gain.
Tigers can keep doing this. They're wearing the Rams down. Rams are trying to substitute and keep fresh folks in there, but the clock problems and the discussions and things like that have probably helped the Rams a little bit, but Eufaula just with a few more numbers than the Rams, I think.
2nd and 4. Wright calls for the snap. He'll hand it off inside as Slaughter, just pecking his way, kind of dives over right guard down close to the 36-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down if he made the 36. We'll wait and see. Going to be very close. It's going to be a gain of about 4 yards either way. They're going to say third and less than a yard. So give him, I guess, officially 3 yards on that carry. It'll be third down, less than a yard. Tigers walk up the line of scrimmage. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half of play. 7-0, Eufaula leads. It'll be Slaughter looking to sweep the left side. Good speed by Slaughter. Turns the corner, out of bounds, has his first down easily. We'll see where they spot him out, but the better part of 10 yards on that game.
That was pure speed there as they had him in the backfield, and he just outran the defender and got the corner, picked up the first down for about
I can't tell. It looks like we'll see where they put it down. About the 27-yard line. They snapped it from the 35 or 36, so 9 yards on that play. We'll say 9. That's the second first down of this possession. Denard back into the game. Slaughter out. It will be Denard. Denard looking to go around the right end. He goes around the right end, dives inside the 25 to the 24. Call it 3 yards on that game. Basically, Doug, what we're seeing is thunder and lightning. We've got the lightning and Torian Slaughter with that speed. You got Denard, who is he's more of a physical pounder, but he's got good speed of his own. But it's quite the combination against Headland here tonight.
We're down to 6 minutes, no heat timeout yet. If they call one here, we'll see if they stop play. They may wait till a dead ball. We'll go down to John Wayne and find out what's been going on the sidelines.
2nd and 7. Denard in with right. They'll shift him over to the left now. It's going to be a give to Denard up the middle. Denard going to be spun down about the 22-yard line. So about call him 3 more yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Still no heat. There it is. There's a heat timeout. Let's take a break and go down to John Wayne and find out what's going on the sidelines. John Wayne, take it away.
The biggest thing, I don't know if it's 5:33 or not left. At the start of the second quarter, both teams were still on the sideline. I looked up and the clock was down about 11:50. This official, the clock's running, so they reset to 12, and we turned around, look, it was running again. 4 or 5 times it'll stop and start. They'll say run it, it won't. So I don't know if the clock's running out, play clocks are out of the picture, but Eufaula slowly gaining momentum here up front, defensively and offensively. A few downfield blocks on some of our runs, and it'd be 21-0. But we're our biggest enemy right now with these penalties.
It's hard for us to see. It's third, what? How many yards?
5, maybe 4, 5.
Yeah, it's 6. Yeah, that's right at 5. You're right at 5. Yep.
Tigers with twin receivers to either side. Denard in the backfield with right. Right rolling to his right. He's going to throw a pass. It's complete. It is going to be close as he's fighting for a first down. We'll see where they spot him out of bounds. Also, check the number of the receiver. Hard to see from our vantage point. It is a first down. It was complete. We'll call it DeVos on the reception, number 18. We'll also call it a gain of 6 on that play. So Tigers 2 for 2 passing on this possession. Deepest penetration they've had since they scored the touchdown. We'll call it 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. 5:18, 5:19 to go here in the first half. Tigers looking for more points. They lead 7-0. Here's a snap to right. Going to throw it this time. It is low. It looked like he came up with a reception. They do spot it down. It's complete inside the 10, down around the 8-yard line. A good pass on stride would have been a touchdown more than likely right there, but it was complete either way. The Tigers are 3 for 3 on this possession. That's a gain of 8 yards on that play. 8-yard gain, 2nd down and 2 inside the 10-yard line. Both backs in the backfield now. Slaughter and Denard. It'll be Denard up the middle. It's going to be a pass to Slaughter. Slaughter dips inside. It will be 1st and goal Tigers from the 5-yard line. 3-yard gain on that play. 4 for 4 through the air, though, for the Tigers on this possession. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. 4:27. The clock rolling here. 1st and goal. The Tigers dig in, looking to push this lead to 2 scores. So they lead 7-0. Only one back is Slaughter in the backfield. It'll be Slaughter. No, it'll be right, keeping it up the middle. He's going to go in, standing up. Touchdown, Tigers, with 4:11 to go here in the first half of play. The Tigers lead by the new score of 13-0. It was Jalen Wright. He faked it to Slaughter around the right end. He pulled it down, went off left guard. He took it in standing up. He did get a little resistance, but broke it one tackle about the 1-yard line and went in standing up. And the Tigers have scored again. You feel a little better, Doug, the way the Tigers have dominated this first half. No first downs for Headland. You knew the Tigers did not need to go into halftime only leading by 1.
Yep, that was just what they needed. They drove it right down the field. Didn't let a penalty or anything cost them that time.
So a 12-play drive, 8 runs, 4 passes, 60 yards on the drive, 5-yard touchdown run by Jalen Wright.
Fisher was up here. I'm not. Oh, there was. He just handed him a flag down here in the corner.
They threw a flag. I don't know. He had both hands out by his side, and then
Probably a sideline warning after the score.
John Wayne's who he just pointed to. We'll have to go down to John Wayne to see if the flag was on him. He's got on a red Eufaula shirt and some headset. They're going for two. They're going to go for two. It's tipped and incomplete. Actually, it was intercepted in the end zone. So the Tigers lead 13-0.
Let's go to John Wayne. What was that about, John Wayne?
Yeah, when Mr. Slaughter scored his touchdown, he had a cute little dance right here in front of the official, and the official didn't like it, called unsportsmanlike. I guess they declined because we went ahead and went for two and didn't get it. But it was on the dance that Mr. Slaughter did.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they might do it on the kickoff, but as I was looking out there, the head official just declined it. So it wouldn't. I guess that would have been on the extra point. You know, sometimes you see them mark it off on a kickoff. I'm not sure what the official call would be on that, but either way, he just said that they declined it. So no harm, no foul.
So 13-0. The Tigers tried to run a little razzle dazzle that time. They lined up in the after they lined up in salt and pepper. They shifted into the conventional kicking formation. Then they faked it out of that. It was Ben Jackson, who was a holder that time, who tried to pass into the end zone, did not get the number of the receiver, but it was tipped and then ultimately intercepted on the tip drill. So no good on the extra point. 13-0 is the score.
Headland lined up right on the line this time. I think, I don't know, they got that gap in the middle. When's the last time we've seen back-to-back onside kicks in the first half?
With 4:11 to go and them not having picked up a first down, I'd be surprised if we did it again. No, they are taking it off.
Penalty.
Well, the head official came out in the middle and said declined. That's why I was like, that's unusual. Go figure. Because he sure came out, did unsportsmanlike conduct, and did decline.
So kicking from the 25-yard line, Headland looks to get good field position even if we don't onside kick. I guarantee you we will not onside kick now. Booting it away is Wingate. It's a deep kick. It's going to come down at the 20-yard line. So good kick, but a lot of running room around the right side. Going to cross the 40, be up to the 46-yard line or so. This Headland.
That'd be about the 31 without the penalty, so that's about normal. Take it to John Wayne a second. He's got something to tell us. What's up, John Wayne?
Yeah, so the penalty was for the unsportsmanlike. The other flag on the conversion, they intercepted the ball. That's why they declined that. There was a flag on the go for two. They declined that, but the unsportsmanlike was on the kickoff.
So the 47 is where they're going to spot it down. So 1st and 10 Headland, 4:05 to go. Tigers lead. Oh, big hit. Coming from linebacker, I believe that's going to be Jave Williams. He was the player of the week this week. He's working on that again this week. It's a big hit in the backfield for a loss of 4 on that play. Good way for the Tiger defense to start, Doug. If they only had 12 yards of offense, losing 4, that would put them back around 8.
Played with a guy one time. His nickname was 410, and that's what he looked like coming through there making that tackle. A 410 shot just dropped him. Going to run a little crossbow this time to the right, but the Tigers are there just to take them down for maybe a gain, maybe a yard. I don't think it's any gain on that play. Yeah, the yardstick didn't move. So.
Yeah, so no gain on that play. So 3rd and 14. 3rd 14 from the 43-yard line of Headland. 3:10 and counting. The Tigers used a timeout? I think we tried to use one. I think we have 3 timeouts remaining. Under 3 minutes now. 3rd and 14. Headland really in no hurry, but the play clocks are not working. So anybody's guess how much time is left on this play clock. Headland finally gets set. They'll shift. There was movement before the snap. No flags on the field. They block it well this time. And the Tigers are going to be able to tackle him short of his first down. Well short of his first down. He gets to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Looked like it was going to be more than it was, but a 6-yard gain. It'll be 4th and long. Clock is stopped. Flag on the play. They did call the legal shift. That's what we saw it. We saw it before the snap. So, Doug, do the Tigers take? Okay, they decline the penalty. So 4th down, 4th and 7 yards to go.
You feel like that they'll set the clock.
4th and 8.
Set the clock back in motion. 2:35 is what it shows. You feel like they'll run some time off.
But if I'm Eufaula, I take a timeout and force their hand.
Well, if the clock ain't gonna start running, it's been crazy all night. So they're telling them to roll it now, and there it goes. Not sure why Eufaula's not taking a timeout. They could save herself. Let's see, after a penalty, that should be a 25-second play clock. Am I not correct?
I think so.
It wouldn't be a 40-second.
So it started back in motion with 2:34.
Did they not realize it's 4th down?
It looks like they're going for it on 4th and 8. Tiger defense is still on the field. Maybe they're just trying to draw Eufaula off and take the penalty.
Well, it's been 25. It's been 30 seconds now.
They're going to call the timeout after 33 seconds.
On a 25-second play clock. That's pretty good.
That's true.
Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
R.W. Wingate and Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate and Company for your accounting needs.
Hey, we're back. Headland, after the timeout, they reconsidered. They've decided to punt. So they pick up they net 2 yards on that possession. They'll punt from their 49-yard line.
We're a little closer this time. Look for the Tigers to maybe get a return here.
Punt's off. Steele moves back. He's going to get it on the hop at the 15-yard line. Steele dances around. He's going to try to outrun now to the right side. He's turning it upfield. He cuts inside. He set up his block very well. He's going to cross the 30. He's going to go down to the 34-yard line. So a 19-yard return. Nifty return by Zakai Steele that time as he dipped inside and really made a nice move on the contained man on this side.
I tell you, I thought he was going to get nailed as Ben Jackson had been blocking over here. And then the guy got free. The runner made a move on him, and he turned right as Ben Jackson popped him in the mouth. And you almost see, what is it, the blind side, or not really blind. It was a straight-up hit.
That was a good job by the Tigers not to get a blocking in the back or a holding penalty. Quarterback by right keeps it up the middle. He breaks the line of scrimmage. He's going to be very close to a first down. Give him 9 on that play. Tigers quickly to the line of scrimmage. They have timeouts, but trying not to use them yet. 1:34 and counting here.
Watch that clock. Does some crazy things. It should stop with a first down position.
Right, rolling to his left. He's going to throw a pass that's complete on the far sideline, up the sideline, breaking it into the open field. He's cutting back. He may go. He's going to go for a touchdown. No flags. No flags on the field. Can't tell if that's 18 or 19. Can't tell. 57 yards on the touchdown pass. But trying to see the number. I think it's, they say 19. If that is indeed true, that would be Smith with his first touchdown reception. Well, they're actually on the sideline. They're patting 18 on the. I'm gonna call it DeVos on that reception. That would be Zy DeVos, the sophomore wide receiver. Either way, Jalen Wright has done a really good job through the air here in the second quarter. There's a kick by Wingate. The kick is up. Kick is good. And Doug, look, that was a 2-play, 66-yard drive.
Just what the doctor ordered. They'll run that timeout on the clock here in just a minute.
But look, that house that's behind the goalpost, they actually have a deck that's built that's probably 2 or 3 feet lower than the fence. So people are sitting down. They can sit down and see over the fence. They can stand up and watch the football game from their backyard. They just threw the football back into the field of play from over there. It's pretty neat, though.
That's pretty nice. Kind of hard to get thrown out of the game when sitting in your backyard.
I guess they don't have to spend any money in the concession stand either.
Tell you what, they're right there on the fence. They could probably sell some chips and drinks if they wanted to right over the fence.
So 57-yard touchdown pass. It was a good pass, but he was wide open from Jalen Wright to Zai DeVos, a junior to a sophomore. More importantly, the Tigers moved 66 yards in only 2 plays. It took only 34 seconds off the clock. I was a little concerned the way they had slipped time off the clock here. The Tigers wouldn't have time, but they score quickly and still have their timeouts.
Keith, is that not – well, I guess they just slid a guy up within 5 yards. They only had 4 guys that would start with.
They kicked it into the dead zone in between. It's going to get there.
Look.
Tigers got a chance at it. We do have a chance at it. I don't know if we recovered it or not, but they do say Headland ball, but it was a fight for the ball. Nobody from Headland claimed it, and Eufaula was bearing down on it and nearly recovered it.
Still 1 minute and 13 seconds on the clock. We have no idea how many timeouts anybody has left. I know. Remember, Headland took at least 1.
Headland took 2.
2.
I don't remember Eufaula taking the timeout. I could be wrong, but I don't remember it.
Well, if Headland comes out firing some incompletes here, we may.
Well, 2. I was informed that Eufaula actually has taken 1 timeout. Up the middle, it's a foot race. And Eufaula will track him down at the 30-yard line.
That's more yardage than they've had. And
Doug, I actually missed the yard line they started on. 0 Sconyers. He showed a lot of top-end speed. He's all the way down to the 28-yard line. So we'll call it a 42-yard run. That's the first down of the game for Headland. They do get the ball to start the second half, too. 1 minute, the clock's already in motion. Under a minute, Headland, remember, only has 1 first down. 1 timeout. They do only have 1 first down, but 1 timeout remaining. They gave him a good spot as he was tackled about the.
Oh, great
play! Oh my goodness!
Oh, that was a great play, folks. As we look at the replay here, that could not have been on the safety. As I looked at the replay,
it was not.
Had to have been on the corner.
It was a bad call.
Great defensive play, folks, but the safety made a great time jump and did not touch their guy whatsoever.
We can't say for the cornerback because
he was behind him. I couldn't tell if he made contact.
I'm watching the replay now. Couldn't tell the man behind it. It's a 15-yard penalty. It gives them 1st and 10 we'll give you a penalty total at halftime. It's fairly lopsided. There's a snap. Rolling to his right. It's the quarterback. He's going to be pressured. He's going to buy time. He throws it late and out of bounds. Incomplete. 36 seconds on the clock.
And almost got the peanut table way back there by the restrooms. He was getting rid of that.
After no first downs through the first 22 minutes and 55 seconds, Headland has back-to-back first downs. 1 on a big run. The second via penalty.
Well, I was going to say something before the guy broke off the long run. They actually had more yardage and penalties than they did on offense. But they probably got a few more now on offense. They send in somebody late. That's a penalty. You're not supposed to do that off the sideline like that.
36.6 seconds. And
I don't know if they got called for it, if they took a timeout.
Eufaula took the timeout. We might as well use them. We have 2.
Yeah, let's go down to John Wayne and see what he's got in for us on the sideline. Take it away, John Wayne.
Yep, the Tiger defense was pretty hard to gain yardage on until that long play. And I'm down here about the 30-yard line. I couldn't see on that interference call, but it looked like a great defensive play by our safety coming across the top.
Couldn't see the guy behind, but certainly the safety deflected the ball, did not interfere.
Yeah, he could have been trying to hold him back. I couldn't really tell from here, but he was right there with him, trailing him. But the pass was broken up by the guy coming back across.
Yeah, Jalen Parker, who broke the pass up, could not tell who was.
Keith, that was also 19 on that touchdown a while ago.
Was 19, okay.
Yeah, it was 19. He made some great moves over there on the other side to break into the open.
Okay, so
Thank
Smith,
you,
thank you for that. With my age eyes and this dim lighting here, 19 and 18 look very similar. Looking to throw, it's going to be thrown. It is complete. That is actually a benefit for the Tigers. It's complete for a short gain down to about the 12-yard line. That keeps the clock in motion. It'll be 4th down, I believe. No, they say 3rd down. 3rd down, but now Headland in a hurry with 10 seconds to go. They're going to take the snap, rolling, looking to throw. He's going to get pressured. He's going to be sacked. Down in the first half. He goes down. The clock, well, they have one timeout, I think. Or maybe they don't. They're not using it. The clock's going to run out. 4th down. That'll take it to halftime. The Tigers hold. They'll go into halftime leading 20-0 over the Headland Rams. Headland's offense did show signs of life here in the latter stages of the first half, the last minute. But the Tiger defense does what they need to do, and they'll take a shutout into the halftime. We want to go down to John Wayne?
Yeah, we got to go down to John Wayne. Let him catch coach going off. John Wayne, he went the wrong way on you. We'll give John Wayne a minute because he's going to be out of breath when he catches coach. All right, he's got him. Let's go down to him now.
Hey, Coach.
How's it going?
Good first half of the Tigers defense is as tough as it comes, except for that one long play.
Yeah.
Offensively, we're looking good, but some penalties we're killing ourselves. Downfield blocking, we killed ourselves. We could be up 35. There's nothing very easy.
Yeah, you're right. We're doing pretty good offensively. We just got to cut out on the penalties, like you said. We've seen ourselves in the foot and hurry up and get lined up. Defense playing an outstanding game. Coach Rivers and defense staff, they got a good game plan going. We know they really didn't want to throw the ball coming in, and we're going to stack the box and make them throw it. So they're doing a good job there. I wish we would have got that onside kick we've been working at all week, and it just didn't go 10 yards. It went 9 yards.
That's right.
Right there. So I wish I had it back.
Right. And, another thing we've noticed, their clock situation, you don't really know if it's going to run. It ain't going to run. It's going to start before the quarter starts. It could be 5 minutes when they have so.
Yeah, exactly. And we asked the ref, and they saying that it's working. I guess the button up is sticking or something. So I don't know.
And no play clock, so we're on the ref.
Yeah.
All right, just go make them adjustments. Let's shut this thing up.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Coach.
Thank you, John Wayne.
We appreciate it. 20-0 at halftime. We're going to step aside for a commercial break. Be back with some halftime comments and stats. You're listening to Eufaula High School Tiger football from the Brown Hen Air broadcast booth here in Headland, Alabama. We'll be right back.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now, impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
At Glover Funeral Home, family means everything. Owned and operated by Kendall and Caroline Hanahan Glover. We live by our motto, our family serving your family. We treat each family we serve as one of our own, providing care and support during your time of need. Our dedicated staff is available 24/7 by email, phone, or in person when you need us most. Glover Funeral Home is here for you because family always comes first.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-7034.
Hi, I'm Mariana Richardson, and I want you to join Mayor Jack Tibbs and me for this year's Homecoming Parade. Our live coverage begins Thursday, September 19th at 5 p.m. on Tiger TV's YouTube channel. Just search for Tiger TV 8658. I'll see you there, and go Tigers!
When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutter Man Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter systems designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful, durable finish.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel
Back at J.J. Yarborough Stadium in Headland, Alabama, where the Tigers lead the Headland Rams by a score of 20-0 here at halftime. The Tiger offense got back on track tonight. They kind of was a slow start. The Tigers went 3 and out on their first possession of the game. Actually lost 6 yards on their first possession before punting the ball to Headland. But Headland, not much better. They went 3 and out on 6 yards gained. Then the Tiger offense did come to life. 7-play, 66-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock. It was a 1-yard Perry Denard touchdown run. But the big play, I think, was a 39-yard Torian Slaughter run around right end. Denard also had an 18-yard run early in the possession to convert a third down. But 7-0 the Tigers led at that point with 6:01 to go in the first quarter. Headland still looking for their first down. Eufaula actually tried an onside kick on the ensuing kickoff. It was a good idea, but the Tigers just did not quite kick it far enough. The ball only traveled 9 yards, and so Headland started with excellent field position. 1st and 10 to their 49-yard line. I'm sorry, the Tiger 49-yard line. But the Tiger defense did their job. They stiffened and held them only to 9 plays and on 9 yards on 4 plays. Gave the ball back to the Tiger offense. Tiger offense started at their 40-yard line. Looked like the Tigers would get something going there, but on first down, there was a 10-yard block in the back penalty. 2 plays later, on 3rd and 16, the Tigers completed a 33-yard pass downfield to Smith, number 19, but that was nullified by a holding penalty. So the Tigers ended up ultimately punting back to Headland. Headland took over at their 36-yard line. 3 plays netted 5 yards before they punted it back to Eufaula. Eufaula took over at their 20-yard line. They did pick up a couple of first downs out to their 43-yard line before ultimately punting it back to the Headland Rams. Headland still looking for their first down, went 3 and out, losing 2 yards in the process before they gave it back to the Tigers. The Tigers took over at their 40-yard line. They took advantage of the good field positions. They moved 60 yards in 12 plays. Through the air, they were 4 of 4 on that possession. Actually converted a couple of first downs in the process, 3 first downs overall. The touchdown was a 5-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Jalen Wright. The Tigers got cute on the point after touchdown. They faked the point after touchdown with the holder trying to throw a pass in the end zone that was tipped and intercepted. 13-0, though, was the score for Tigers with 4:11 to go before the halftime intermission. Headland then got the ball after they called an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Tigers after the touchdown. They marked 15 yards off against the Tigers on the ensuing kickoff. So Headland started with excellent field position at their 47-yard line. They were unable to do anything with it, however, and they're actually going to do the national anthem and the invocation at halftime. And 30 years of doing this, I've never seen that before. We'll step aside for a commercial break, and we'll be back with the rest of the halftime stats after this.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
In sports, every point counts, and at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Stephen W. Bryan, candidate for Barber County Commission, District 2, is a big supporter of Eufaula Tiger football. Stephen lives, works, worships, and shops in our county, and his motto is, I am here. He plans to be accessible to the people of his district and will share his personal email and phone numbers. Stephen says, I ultimately will answer my God for the choices I make and take that seriously. I will be teachable, respectful, genuine, a man of integrity, and above board in every decision I make for the betterment of the whole of Barber County. Paid for by the Friends of Stephen W. Bryan for County Commission.
Spectra Care wants to remind you it's always the right time to talk with children and teens in your life about the dangers of substance and alcohol abuse. Tackle those tough conversations about underage drinking and substance use. Head on with the young people you care about. Talk. They hear you.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson, and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Hello, I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
Wait a minute.
Hi, I'm Mariana Richardson, and I want you to join Mayor Jack Tibbs and me for this year's Homecoming Parade. Our live coverage begins Thursday, September 19th at 5 p.m. on Tiger TV's YouTube channel. Just search for Tiger TV 8658. I'll see you there, and go Tigers!
We're back in Headland. Unusual. In all the years of doing this, we've never seen a national anthem invocation done at halftime, but that's what we saw here in Headland tonight. We noticed it before kickoff that they had missed the national anthem. Didn't know if it was intentional or not, but interesting. There are 4 Headland football players playing in the band here. So I've seen one here or there, Doug. Never seen 4. So 4 Headland football players actually playing in the band. But to finish the recap of the first half, after the Tigers held Headland, after they could not take advantage of the good field position, they kicked it back to the Tigers, who took over with 1 minute 48 seconds and 2 timeouts at their own 34-yard line. We were concerned about the Tigers not having time to move it, but move it they did. They opened up with a 9-yard run by Jalen Wright. That was followed by a 57-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Wright to his senior wide receiver that he had don't remember a reception before tonight, but Bernie Smith, 6'2", 175-pound senior, with a 57-yard touchdown reception. That came with 1 minute 14 to go in the first half. To end the first half scoring for Eufaula, after the point after touchdown by Cooper Wingate, 20-0 was the score on the R.W. Wingate point after touchdown. So overall for the Tigers, these are obviously unofficial numbers, but Eufaula with 33 offensive plays for 224 yards, 7 first downs. In the air, Eufaula 6 of 9 for 95 yards. On the ground, 24 carries for 129 yards. Penalties, you may ask. They were big as they pretty much so stopped one of the Tiger possessions that might have led to additional points. There were 6 penalties for 60 yards against the Tigers in the first half. But overall, Doug, a couple of possessions, a couple opportunities missed, but 20-0 at halftime, and that kind of offensive output with your backup quarterback is pretty impressive.
Yeah, we were a couple of yards off each with the stats, but hey, I'm surprised it was that close. Us being so close to the sideline, not being able to see the markers, getting these yardages is tough sometimes. The leaders for Eufaula, Slaughter had 63 carries on 63 yards on 5 carries in the first half. Denard had 9 carries for 47 yards, and Wright with 9 carries for 29 yards. A sack or 2 hurt him on some of his stats. Wright, I had him 6 of 10 for 92, real close there. But the Tigers, were right around the 220, 230-yard range in the first half. A great first half for the Tigers. Headland, on the other hand, should be very thankful for number 0. I forgot his name, but the young man that
Yes, Cameron Sconyers.
He broke the long run of 43 yards right before the half. You know, Keith, I didn't realize it, but they really didn't have – they had 8 pass plays, and they only had, 9, 10, 11, 12 plays on the ground. They didn't have a lot of plays. 12 plays on the ground for only 38 yards. And you got to remember, folks, 43 of it was on the one carry, so they were negative before that. They were 4 for 8 in the passing department for about 19 yards through the air. So a total of, 57, somewhere in that range. But a lot of that due to the 43-yard scamper by the young man right before halftime.
That's right. Really, you can sum up their whole offensive output in the first half. They did not have a first down until he broke that 43-yard run. But that was some life for them going into halftime. So, it is imperative on the Tigers, even though they do have a 3-score lead here coming into the second half, to continue that effort on the defensive side. As Coach Jernigan told us before the season, it would be the Tiger defense, the veteran bunch coming back, that should lead this team. And so far that has been true so far this season, as the Tiger defense has done a good job, particularly tonight.
We appreciate John Wayne and the Spectre Care sideline report tonight, as he's kept us straight down there. With us not being able to see some of these yard markers has really helped out. The play clock, I didn't see if the game clock, I didn't see if they put some extra time back on it. But I know Headland's band started after the invocation and the national anthem with only about 7 minutes, so we're probably a little long here at halftime. But Eufaula band just now getting off the field, as they stayed and watched Headland. Both teams trying to warm up as the bands get off the field. So we should be underway here in just a few moments. Keith, I'll tell you what, before we take another commercial break, let's talk a little bit about what the Tigers need to do in the second half. Or go to one of the former coaches behind you. Jimmy, what do the Tigers need to do here in the second half?
It looks like they found something late in that first half. Looked like they found something right in the middle of the Headland defense. If it was me, I come from the school that I'm going to run it until you stop it. And that's kind of what I would do. I'd kind of maybe keep running these sweeps a little bit to keep them honest, but my focus would be definitely in the middle of that Headland defense right now. I don't know, until they make an adjustment, I would do something.
Yeah, Keith, I don't know. What do? Do you keep pounding it and just throw one every now and then to keep them honest? Or it looks like Eufaula could probably just without play clocks, it's kind of hard to manage a game time-wise, but I'm not so sure with the 20-point halftime lead that they don't – first thing they got to do is stop or hope that this ever receives second-half kickoff. But after that, if they can do that, just work on burning clock.
In a perfect world, you stop Headland here on this first possession, as Headland will get the ball to start the second half. Then you go put points on the board yourself and go up by 4 scores. At that point, you can kind of decide what you want to do. You can kind of shut things down a little bit, get conservative, run the clock if you want to. But as I'm sitting here watching them warm up here at halftime, you got a 9th grade quarterback down there that I'm not certain he's seen any varsity action. Not during I know he hasn't during the regular season. And I'm speaking of Forrest Stevenson. He is a 9th grade quarterback, the JV quarterback. It'd be a great opportunity here with Ty McCoy not dressed out tonight. And you got your starting tailback playing quarterback. They'd like to get Jalen Wright out of this game if there's any way possible. So if they could go up 4 scores and get into the beginning of the fourth quarter, you might see Forrest Stevenson before the night's over with.
Well, Headland just come out and they broke into a circle like they're going to do full warm-up. So let's take a couple of commercial breaks as we get ready to finish this game here tonight. Remember, homecoming next week, and be sure to tune in as we'll have that for you. But a lot of homecoming festivities will be announced on the Eufaula City Schools page. We'll be back right after this commercial timeout from the Brown Heating and Air Conditioning broadcast booth.
Hi, I'm Mariana Richardson, and I want you to join Mayor Jack Tibbs and me for this year's Homecoming Parade. Our live coverage begins Thursday, September 19th at 5 p.m. on Tiger TV's YouTube channel. Just search for Tiger TV 8658. I'll see you there, and go Tigers!
When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutter Man Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter systems designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful, durable finish.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Hey, we're back here in Headland, J.J. Yarborough Stadium. 24 minutes of football left to play here tonight. Tigers up comfortably at this point. They're up 20-0. A little late life by the Headland offense right before halftime in the last minute. Kind of served notice to this Tiger defense, who pretty much so dominated the first half, not allowing a first down up until that long run. It will be Headland's offense to receive here in the second half. So we'll see that Tiger defense right away, and we'll see if Headland came up with any adjustments to try to solve the Tiger defensive front, who spent the entire first half in the backfield. They were reestablishing this line of scrimmage in the Headland backfield the entire first half. There's a deep kick by Wingate that's going to come down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. They're going to try to return it to the far sideline. Good job. Ooh, big hit. That's going to be Shamarion Smith on the big tackle. He had help out there. We'll check the that is also it was Ketchum. I'm sorry, I call him. It was Clayton.
Elliott.
His mama, Elliott Clayton. His mother was a Ketchum. Elliott with a big hit along with Shamarion Smith. Headland with the ball at just shy of the 20-yard line. We'll give them the 20-yard line on play. Elliott, when you watch this, I apologize for calling you your mother's maiden name. From the 20-yard line, Headland comes out, trailing 20-0. You follow with a four-man front on defense, three linebackers. They'll hand it off up the middle. Actually, it's going to be around left end. There's that defense right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
That's a different quarterback in there, too. Number 16.
Yeah, pretty good hit over there on that far side.
Sconiers would have had the big carry in the first half with a carry to start the second half, and I say no gain on that one. They didn't move the sticks.
So no gain, 2nd and 10. As you noticed, I did not notice the new quarterback in the game, but Sconiers has a lot of speed. He's listed at, I think, 5'11", 180. He gets the ball. He is hit in the backfield again. That is number 99 for Eufaula, who made the penetration and made the tackle. We will get that number for you. Actually, 99 is not on our roster.
It's going to be about a 2-yard loss.
His last name is Butts. I don't know what his first name is. I don't remember
Okay,
what his first
Jonathan
name.
Butts, 5'9", 230. He is a junior.
Now, Sconiers has 4 carries, 2 for 0 yards, the 1 scamper for 43, and now 1 for -2. So he's got 41 yards in 3 carries, but only one of them has been forward.
That play lost 3 yards on that play.
All right, well,
3rd and 13. I'm just looking at the down marker. It looks like 4 on the field, but they've got it marked at 3 over here on the sideline. Jave Williams sees something. He's trying to get the defense adjusted. They're going to rush this passer. He has time to throw. It's tipped up. It's going to be intercepted. No. Yes, intercepted on the far sideline. I thought one man had it. The second man came down with it. It looks like it's going to be Jalen Parker with the interception for the Tigers on the deflection.
So I guess that was number 16 that came in off the bench. Runs 3 plays, and they let him throw it from deep in his own territory, and his first pass is an interception, a big play for the Tigers.
So Eufaula takes over about the 20-yard line of Headland. That ball was tipped up, good coverage, and actually it was Parker who tipped it and intercepted it. There's a snap. It's going to be handed off to Slaughter. Slaughter is going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up a yard. Tigers took over with about 10-13 to go here in the third quarter play. From the 20-yard line of Headland, the first turnover by either team in this game. They actually spotted him down. We'll give him a yard on that play, but it was very short gain. Right, calling for a snap. He's going to roll to the left. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw it. It's complete. Oh, Smith intended for him. It hit him right between the 1 and the 9. Good pass by Wright, but he was thinking about what he was going to do with the ball before he looked it all the way in. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah.
Doug, we're probably in Wingate field goal territory, but you know the Tigers want a touchdown here.
Yeah, I was hoping he would gather that in. Smith had room back to the middle of the field. It could have been a touchdown.
They're going to run the pop pass around the end. It's Xavier Steele cuts it inside. He'll have a first down to the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 13 on that pop pass. Zakai Steele on the reception. I really like that pop pass play.
That puts Wright over 100. That gives him 105 yards total in the passing department.
So 1st and goal, Tigers from the 6-yard line. Just what the doctor ordered if the Tigers can punch it in here and go up by 4 scores. Denard in the backfield. He'll get the football. He's going to be stacked up in the backfield, but good second effort. He fights back near the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark him for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, somebody missed an assignment there as he got hit in the backfield and allowed the rest of the Rams to catch up.
So 2nd goal from the 7.
Don't be surprised if Tigers go right back to him, though. Of course, he's not back there now.
Yeah, he checked out. Atorian Slaughter is in. I think they brought a wide receiver in the game. They're going to shift the sniffer over to the left side. Going to run the option. They pitch it to Atorian Slaughter, and they turn him back inside, which is his strength is his speed. He's going to be tackled after about a 4-yard gain down to the 3-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. The big back, Denard, still on the sidelines.
I guess that was by design. It looked like it was blocked to the left, and they went to the right. Headland had numbers from the get-go. It was about a 2-1 advantage.
Denard checks in. Did not see who checked out, but let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, 11 players in there. Denard will be the lone running back on 3rd and goal from the 3. Tigers would like to get 6 here.
Fake to him and boot, maybe.
All three of the 4, they call motion on the Tigers, illegal procedure. So a 5-yard penalty, that'll be the 7th for 65 yards on the night against the Tigers.
8:05 to go in the 3rd quarter, so rapidly moving. Few minutes, 5 minutes almost already off. Like to see the Tigers put it in the end zone here.
Pop pass, complete. Touchdown Tigers to Zakai Steele. That play goes 8 yards, and the Tigers have scored that 4th touchdown on the night. That comes with 7:55 to go here in the 3rd quarter as the Tigers lead now by a score of 26-0. That was just a nice little pop pass. They faked it to the back, kind of drew the linebackers in. Jalen Wright jumped up and hit a streaking Zakai Steele, who was slanting to the inside, and it was a touchdown. Pretty good coverage by Headland. It's just Steele had inside position. He was able to go up high and catch it.
We have never seen them bother with this, but they're making Wingate check out because his knees are not covered. The head official, now he's done kicked, 4 times. Maybe he had him pulled up a little higher than normal.
So 41 is going to check in to kick this extra point. You know, this actually could be beneficial for the Tigers down the way to get some experience for Fernando Salas. We saw his older brother kick for 2 or 3 years here in Eufaula. He kicks it over the field house.
He's got a big leg. Took him a long time to get to it, but he boomed that one.
So take that, Mr. Official. We'll take your out your starting kicker, and we'll raise you a freshman.
That was good looking. He just needs to be a little faster to the ball. Headland had a chance at blocking that. He looked like he was a little farther away on the extra point attempt, but they weren't able to get a hand on it. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'd have wanted to put my hand in front of that one, Keith.
He put a big leg in it. He's a freshman, so the future looks bright on the kicking. Of course, Cooper Wingate, he has one more year after this year, but Silas will have 2 years to himself, it appears, and has a couple of years to work on that. That's work on that speed getting to the ball. As you said, it was delayed, but good job blocking, not a lot of penetration. It was a 6-play, 20-yard drive that culminated with an 8-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright's second touchdown pass of the night to go with one rushing to Zakai Steele, 27-0. A deep kick comes down to the 6-yard line. Good kick by Wingate. Tigers do a good job of covering. He will cross the 20. He'll get to the 23-yard line. We'll see who's on the tackle. There's a lot of tackles. Shamarion Smith there again. Also, Elliott Clayton coming off the bottom of the pile, number 23 for the Tigers. We'll check that name for you. 23 is Josiah Powell. Headland with the 1st and 10 from the 20. We'll call it the 24-yard lines where they mark it. The 8th possession of the night now for Headland with 7:48 to go in the third. Drop back, looking to throw. Going to throw it late over the middle. It's going to be caught. No, it's incomplete. That would have been the catch and a fumble last week.
That was a good throw by the quarterback that we talked about, came in to start the second half. It was right on the money, but just not held on to. He goes all the way to the sideline to get the play from the coach.
Well, he had the ball in his bread basket with both feet on the ground before it was knocked out.
I tell you, a lot of confidence in him. I'm not sure if you've got a roster maybe what grade he's in, but he threw an interception deep in his own territory last time, about the same spot.
Casey Knowles, he is a sophomore quarterback.
And he came in and threw a strike right there.
He is 6'2", 163, sophomore. He's looking to throw again. He's going to throw a nice pass. It's thrown and complete. Good catch. Out across the 35 to the 36. It's a 12-yard gain. What I said earlier, Doug, if we can stop them without points and put one more touchdown up, it might be some substitutes in the fourth quarter.
Well, they really didn't try to do a lot of passing in the first half. Maybe the sophomore is a little better passer, and they realized they needed to air it out here in the second half.
Well, the Tigers really haven't been able to get a lot of pressure on him yet. The other quarterback had a lot of pressure in the first half. We haven't really collapsed the pocket. Rush around the left end and open up a little bit of running room as it's going to pick up about 4 yards up to the 40-yard line. Should bring up a 2nd down and 6. It is a gain of 4 on that sweep around left end. Some people call it the outside zone. Some people used to, in the years past, call it the buck sweep. It was a handoff sweep around the left end. 2nd down 6. Knowles in at quarterback. Tigers still with the 4-man front. 3 linebackers. 2 safeties. Looking to throw. He's going to throw it. And feet got tangled up. And incomplete is the pass. I held my breath for a moment there, Doug, as the receiver went down, but there was no contact by any hands or anything like that. Their feet kind of got tangled up. Both players went down. Incomplete.
It was funny. They called a heat timeout, so we'll take it too. But it was kind of funny. He lined up about a half yard off sides, and he's got his T-shirt hanging down about a foot below his jersey. We just got in trouble for our knees showing. You usually see them not allow that. But we'll take a quick timeout. Be back with more from the Brown Heat and Air Conditioning broadcast booth.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, Impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
So possession play here back in Headland, third down and call it 5, a long 5 for Headland from actually 6. Third down 6 from the 40-yard line. 5:59 to go here in the third quarter. Eufaula leading 27-0. The outcome of this game should not be in doubt at this point, but Headland has completed one pass for 12 yards on this possession. Been close. This quarterback with a lively arm. Tigers need to get some pressure on him. They're going to try to run the quarterback's going to keep it this time. He has some open field. He is going to be hit, though, for a 1-yard loss back at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he was wanting to do the little pop pass or whatever around the end, and it just didn't develop, didn't have time. I guess they did pick up a first down in this drive. There was their second first down of the night.
Well, the second one they earned one by a penalty on the pass interference. So that is going to be 5 plays and out for Headland on that.
Keep an eye out.
Yards.
I noticed on that play that Jalen Parker took a shot on his hand as we see him going in the tent. He's doubled over, holding his left hand, looks like. Keep an eye on that. Oh,
Tigers almost blocked the punt.
Oh, he was ready to throw a flag, but they didn't touch
Nobody touched the punter. But it forced a short punt that's going to roll dead about the 41-yard line. That was a great job by Zion Martin to get that kind of pressure on him, but not hit the punter.
Yeah, good job of laying out in front of him. I don't know how he missed it. He was there early. And
so from the 41-yard line, we'll have to go down to John Wayne when we have an opportunity and get some clarification on that situation with Cooper Wingate. Jalen Wright dropping back to throw. Going to throw it deep. Has a man out there, but just a little too strong. Need a little more air into that ball, a little more touch. On the incompletion will bring it up second down and 10.
Let's go down to John Wayne right quick. John Wayne, what do you got?
But, you know, when the officials were talking to the captain prior to the game, he told them, you're going to have them knee pads down below your knees. I mean, you know, that's the rule. We've heard it. We've seen some that do, some that don't. But Cooper ran out with his pads were up well above his knees, and Mr. Official Whitehat sent him off, and our backup kicker came in and kicked it down to Dothan, so we did a good job filling in.
You sure did, and of course that was an emphasis at the state office this year. They talked about they were going to enforce the knee pads. So handoff in the backfield by Slaughter. Slaughter is going to be stacked up. He's going to lose yardage on the play. On the second down and 10, that's going to be a loss of 5 yards.
Headland just came up in defense and just shifted on defense. They just loaded the box. They had about 8 guys on the line of scrimmage.
So third and call it 15. Third and 15 from the 36-yard line of Eufaula. 4:30 and counting here in the third quarter. And
wasn't it Headland that a few years ago or last year maybe we had a big lead and they kept loading the box and trying to stop it? So we did throw the ball. I mean, you take what they give you.
That's right.
They loosen up a little bit here on third and long.
Jalen takes it. He fakes. Play fakes. He's going to throw it down. He has the man out there. Smith's going to – he just misplayed the ball. He should have taken 1 or 2 more steps before he went up for it. Good throw by Wright. He just laid it up as a 50-50 ball. But it's incomplete, so the Tigers a rare 3 and out. It'll be 3 and out for the Tigers and bring the punting unit in.
That was quick. Still 4 minutes and 8 seconds. I guess 2 incomplete passes will stop the clock quick. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third quarter of play.
There's a good snap. Ball kicked away. It's a wobbly spiral that'll hit. It takes a big Eufaula roll inside the 15. It's going to go inside the 10, down to the 9. So best punt of the year so far for Alvarez.
You heard a little oohs and ahs and a couple of that's a mighty good one there. That was a good punt. I don't know how many yards because they didn't move the
well, from the 36 of Eufaula, so 45, 55-yard punt.
Nice. You take that in high school at any level.
That was one of those that really took a big roll. It probably rolled Here's that score, 29-15, Auburn over Enterprise. That was a big 20-14 Central Phoenix City against Dothan.
Closer than I thought. Must be in Dothan.
Hey, Greenville ahead of Andalusia, 24-12.
Wow. That new stadium's got them revived down there. They had too many men lined up with too many, and they sent one off, no flag. I guess you got to break the huddle with too many now.
Handoff up the middle, crossing the 10 to about the 12. Gain of 3 yards.
Number 8 carrying the ball again. He hadn't carried Reeves. Hadn't carried the ball this half. Said Craig, but it looked like number 8.
You know these underclassmen standing down here with these clean jerseys on want the Tigers to go ahead and stick another one in the end zone here soon.
I noticed a lot of them making sure their knee pads was pulled down earlier.
Handoff in the backfield. Tiger defense is there, forcing a loss of a yard back to the 11. So a gain of 3 yards forward, 1 yard back. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Actually, about 3rd down and 9.
Tigers were so close to blocking the last punt. I think Headland will be trying to get it off in a hurry if they don't convert here. He try to set up a return this time because he'll be trying to get it out of there after they were so close to blocking the last one.
3 wide receivers in the game, 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterbacks. He takes a snap, looking to throw. He's gonna be.
He got free and
he got free somehow. He has been elusive in the backfield. He's not doing a lot of moving, but he's just kind of moving laterally, avoiding the rush, and pass falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 2:33
to go. You, a former quarterback, the thing I notice about him, for a sophomore, he's doing very well. With the pressure all around him, he's eluding the pressure, but his eyes are staying downfield the whole time.
Yeah, he's doing a good job with that. Very impressed with the young man so far, but Steele's going to stand on the Headland side of midfield. The punter is going to stand at his 10-yard line. His goal line. Goal line. Short punt formation. They get some pressure again. It's a short punt. It's going to hit and takes a back. It backs up to the 30-yard line. So the Tigers, for the second time here in the second half, are going to start deep in Headland territory. Only 30 yards to go.
2 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tigers lead 27-0 here in Headland, in a 5A Region 2 matchup that, tell you, whoever apparently maybe Headland, but got a long way uphill if you don't win this one. So Tigers.
It's going to be a pop pass. Steele turns the corner. He's going to be drugged down after a 5-yard gain. But, a game like this, Doug, does a world of good. You're developing experience in Wright, who's shown to be a very capable player at quarterback. You're also getting experience for some of the other players, whoever else is playing as a result of him being quarterback. It's going to be a keeper by Wright on the inside zone. Good read as he takes it inside the 20 down to the 16. That's a gain of 9 yards on that inside zone. That was just the play that Auburn ran a lot back when Cam Newton was there 14 years ago. He faked it to the speed man, Torian Slaughter, going wide to the right. He kept it back inside and picked up 9 tough yards and a first down for the Tigers. It was a cross, but the ball's on the ground. But Wright scoops it up. He throws it. Oh, he throws it to a lineman. That's going to be maybe not a – I'm surprised the flag didn't come out on that.
I don't think they realized that.
Yeah, there's a late flag. That should have been.
About 10 seconds too late.
Yeah, I was like,
it is a correct flag.
That was a correct call. He threw it to number 71. He was like hot potato. Here, let me get rid of this ball.
We hadn't had receivers that big in a long time at Eufaula High School. I tell you, Wright having a great night tonight. When you got a guy filling in or changing positions and having a night like he has had, it's probably going to go with a loss of down.
Yeah, it's a loss of down.
So, but that tends to make the folks that are out with injuries get healthy real quick.
stacked formation to the left. Last time they did this, they ran a quarterback keeper to this side. But this time they actually have a back, Denard, in the backfield, flanked to his left. They're going to take it. They're going to keep it this time. Once again, the inside zone. Helmet comes off to the right. So what happens here? Does Forrest Stevenson come in? No penalty on the play.
Though, after the loss of down, would this not be fourth?
Forrest Stevenson's on the field.
Okay. Well,
no, it's third down, third and 11. Right. Gotcha. So he picked up 4 yards on that play. So third and 11. Tiger's going to call a timeout. So with that timeout, bookkeeper here is we're late. Can you bring your player back in?
You can take a timeout and bring him back in, yes. So probably a timeout well spent there for the Tigers on a third and long. Let's go down to John Wayne, see what he's got for us here late in the game. John Wayne, what you got?
Well, one thing I saw a while ago down here that I normally don't see, last time the offense came off and went under the tent, Coach Jernigan went in the tent with them, and I could hear him doing some encouraging word with them and stood there and watched the playback with them and, called out some things. So that's something I hadn't seen a lot as Coach actually break away from the game and go in there. And so he came back out, and offense came out, and they're doing a good job. Something else, too, something that was encouraging, we have great offense, great defense, great coaching staff, band, cheerleaders, but there's a support staff here that balls, water, they do a lot of stuff, run around down here, and they gathered together there at halftime in the tent, and I had a time of prayer together. And, I just want to give them a shout out. They work hard and do a good job for the Tigers.
Well, after the timeout, Forrest Stevenson stays in the game. It's an opportunity to get the young man in the game with the starters. So a big situation here, third and 11. He has 4 wide receivers in the game. One back beside of him is Denard.
11 men on the line.
He's going to take it, and he's going to be sacked.
He had no chance. They put 11 men on the line and didn't have nobody back.
So with some longer britches on comes Cooper Wingate into the game. After the loss on the sack, this is going to make it a longer field goal attempt here. It's going to be a 43-yarder. We've seen Wingate with the leg to do this. He's going to have to hit it just right. But from just inside the left hash mark, it'll be Cooper Wingate attempt a 43-yard field goal. He hit it under it. It's going to check up short. I've seen him kick those that distance, Doug, but occasionally when he tries to overkick it, it seems like he hits it low and gets under the ball. So missed 43-yarder.
Well,
Tigers unable to take advantage of that good field position.
They'll actually gain a few yards on that because in high school, if you miss a field goal attempt, the ball goes back to the 20-yard line. So that's where Headland will take over on this drive. 20.7 seconds left here in the third quarter.
So 1st and 10. Sophomore quarterback still in the game. He'll hand it off to Sconyers, who gets a yard. And he'll be taken down after that on the final play of the third quarter. So from Brown Heaton Air broadcast booth here at Headland, we will take a timeout, be back with fourth quarter action after this commercial break.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, we're back. We're going to go down to John Wayne on the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I'm down here with Parker Simmons. Parker's senior offensive lineman, played a little defense, too, got injured first game of the year. And, man, I just want you to know a lot of guys have been praying for you. But one thing I've noticed, every time that offense is off the field, he's with an offensive lineman, encouraging them, teaching them, leading them. So his leadership may not be going on inside the line, but it's going on outside the line. Parker, how's the leg coming?
It's coming on good. I went to Dothan today, got it checked out, got my stitches out. I'm already walking on it. Feel great. I was on the bike yesterday, so I'll definitely be back for baseball. But being a part of the offensive line, it's not just about playing football. It's about hanging out with your brothers after practice, before practice, every Friday night. You know, you got to put your life on the line for everybody on the team. So, you know, like I said the other day, Coach Durrell, offensive line isn't like quarterback or wide receiver. Offensive line, you got to play together. You're all connected on the
That's
chain.
right.
So if one piece of that chain breaks, we all break.
That's right. We appreciate you. We're praying for you, and we look forward to seeing you back. Hey, God's got a future for you. Just hang in there. All right, buddy. Back to you guys.
Hey, we're back. While we were away, it was a 33-yard pass play down the far sideline, complete from the sophomore quarterback.
From the 20 to the 43.
Yeah, it was 42 yards. 42, I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say 33. 42. I didn't even add it up myself. So they have a 43-yard run and a 42-yard pass.
Yes.
Which accounts for
90% of their offense.
I was going to say
95.
yeah.
And
most of the starting defense is back on the field
so
now.
Second down, about 2. I'll hand it off inside. It'll be a first down for Headland.
Timeout on the field. I guess it's just for the change.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams from the 27-yard line of Eufaula. Their second best possession of the night. They got down deep, down to the 12-yard line right before halftime, before a sack ended the first half. 27-0, the Tigers lead with 10:15 to go here in the third quarter play. Quarterback looking to throw. He's going to be pressured late. He throws it. He tipped up in the air. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Tigers. It'll be Taiwan Turner down the far sidelines. Turner stepped out of bounds or he had a touchdown. But either way, the Tigers come up with a turnover, their second interception here of the second half. And they turn the drive away. The Taiwan Turner, number 15, on a nice tip. He tipped it up, and he came up with the interception. He returned it back out to the 37-yard line of Eufaula.
Great play there as we look out. Tigers looks like Wright still at quarterback. You know, he is the number 2 quarterback. He's played some, not a lot, so maybe they're trying to – you don't want to get him hurt, but you want to get him some experience.
Right. Throws the tunnel screen, and Zakai Steele don't know that it was going really anywhere as he dropped the pass. It might have been he would have had to break a tackle there at line of scrimmage, but there were defenders there to defend it. So incomplete pass. Second, that stops the clock with 9:56 to go in the game. Eufaula leading 27-0. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 37.
Wright would have had 3 or 4 more completions tonight if they just catch it and then run. As they've just been a little antsy trying to take off first. They're sending our running back out of the game for some reason. They had official. He's must be a fashion expert.
They're looking for Perry Denard.
Calling for Denard. Nobody's around. They're going to have to take it. Actually, we couldn't snap the ball. Now they said we called a timeout. looked like we were trying to snap it with 10 men on the field.
Perry's over on the table getting taped up.
And you can't run a play when the head official stops the play. So I hate we burned a timeout there when the head official shouldn't have never – somebody should have probably been standing over that ball. John Wayne, what do you got down there? I know you saw part of that.
That head official, we break hull and go to line, he's just looking up and down the line to see who he can get with knee pads up. I mean, his head's down. He's just looking. I think Coach is explaining to him right now what needs to happen, getting the pads down, because a lot of them are pulling them down.
So it was a knee pad situation there. I didn't know why he sent him out, but it's kind of hard for him to get mad at Denard as he was on the training table. So Jarrell's a little upset because I'm sure he's told him 4 or 5 times now about pulling their knee pads down.
Well, give us something to talk about Thursday night. Because you remember we brought it up in the first coaching show of the year, and we were told it wasn't going to be a problem.
That's exactly what he said.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
Now some late substitutions once
again. I tell you what,
again.
they better not penalize us for this because we just took a timeout and we still ain't got the right personnel.
They sent number 10 off for his knee pads again.
No, it was number 2 they sent off, but 2's back in.
Yeah, they just sent 10 off for his knee pads out of the timeout.
We got 12 men, don't we?
So a quarterback draw. Jalen Wright breaks up the line of scrimmage. It's a foot race. He's got one man to beat. He's down the sidelines. It may be a touchdown. It would be 63 yards. Jalen Wright falls into the end zone. They're going to call him down at the line. He fell into the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, I just watched it on the replay. His knees were across the line when he fell.
So that's 62 yards, we'll say?
I guess so. That puts him over 100 and 104
That
yards.
was a perfect play call, though, coming out of that. They were really selling out that time with pressure. I don't know what's happening at this juncture of the game, though. We're having a hard time getting the right personnel in the game. First and goal, we'll call it the 1 yard line. Now they stop.
The official on the far sideline stop. He's looking at our receiver.
Something to do
Official's
with
timeout.
the helmet.
Okay. Going to roll the clock. 9:23, and it looked like he snapped his second snap on his helmet.
There's a snap. They hand it off inside of Torian Slaughter. It's going to be right at the goal line. They're going to call him down.
I think they blew the whistle before he actually crossed. But
we'll call it, I guess, no gain.
Can't very well give him a yard when it was at the 1.
Yeah. I don't know how in the world they didn't call that a touchdown other than they just were out of position.
Yeah, I looked and happened to see it on our replay screen here. That's about 6 or 8 seconds delayed. And it looked like somewhere between his knees and ankles went down across the line. So he was well.
High snap. They hand it off once again to Slaughter, who's in, standing up. It costs Wright a touchdown. He already has 1 rushing touchdown on the night. He has 2 through the air, but Slaughter scores. He gets that touchdown from 1 yard out, and the Tigers now lead 33-0.
So Slaughter's first of the night, so it gets him in the stat page there. 33-0 now, 8:42 to go in the fourth quarter.
Minute 20 seconds on that possession for the Tigers. 4 plays, 63 yards. Tigers move over to kick this extra point. R.W. Wingate extra point forthcoming. There's a snap. Kicks down. The ball is down. The kick is up and good. The Tigers lead 34-0 with 8:42 to go here in the game tonight.
42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Your score, Eufaula 34, Headland nothing.
Doug, I really thought we'd see a special teams touchdown tonight. We haven't seen one for the Tigers yet this year. Still a little time left, but at this point, it would have to be a punt return. We hope that Headland does not put any points on the game board. They scored 6 last week against Andalusia. I did not have a chance to follow that game. Did you follow it? I don't know what point in that game did Headland score those points.
I saw the highlights on Channel 4, but that was it. I don't remember at what point they scored, but maybe the Tigers can preserve the shutout here tonight. But be interesting to see some finals later on, as you were talking about Greenville ahead of Andalusia. You know, that could be a big rivalry down there. They've got to be just down the street from each other. That's going to be two 5A programs butting heads in the future down there. So that's probably definitely some athletes out there between those two squads.
Yeah, Greenville is 2-1 on the season. Their only loss of the year came last week at Charles Henderson. It was a terrible conditions. Good kick by Wingate. It's going to come out of the 5-yard line. That's the deepest kick we've seen in a while for Eufaula. And a couple of missed tackles. I don't know if they've substituted. I think
there's a lot of clean jerseys.
Yeah,
there.
So a good return back to the 39-yard line. That was a 35-yard or 34-yard return for Headland that time. $34-0. The score in favor of Eufaula. 8:32 to go here. First and 10 from the 39-yard line. It looks like
they got 12.
A couple of substitutions for Eufaula, but still majority of the first bunch in there. Handoff off the right side. A little bit of a late block by Headland on starting safety Ben Jackson. That play picked up 1 yard. Second and 9.
That was number 9's second carry. -3 yards. Fixing to be under 8 minutes to go here in this ball game. Tigers lead 34-0.
Tell you, Doug, with the band starting to play, it's getting more and more difficult to hear each other. We're pretty close to the band here, sitting on the visiting sidelines. Second and 9 from the 40-yard line.
Well, there's folks worse than us because we're about as far away as we can get, but there's just not many stands.
Oh, yeah, we're absolutely as far away. These stands on this end start at the 35-yard line. Not sure. I guess they go to 35 on the far sideline, so only 30 yards. So that would put us from the nearest band member probably, 25 yards at tops. 7:45 to go here in the game. Eufaula leading 34-0. Second and 9 now for Headland. And, Doug, I tell you, down here in front of us stands number 73. We've got a good vantage point on him. He is a sophomore or maybe a junior. Let's look. He is actually a junior, Ethan Johnson. But he is – I was asking the coaches this week. He's listed at 318 pounds. He's 6'4" to 6'5". He is a big young – he looks a lot like Big Pat when he was here.
Yeah, probably about the same size Pat was at that age. So, speaking of Big Pat, where's Georgia Tech playing tomorrow?
I don't even know. Second and 9. They hand it off around the right end. There's some running room over there, but a good tackle. I believe Jabe Williams on the tackle. Marcus Reeves, who carried the ball early. They give Lamons, and I think it was actually, maybe it was Lamons. I think it was actually Jabe Williams on the tackle. No, it was Lamons. Lamons on the tackle. That play picked up about 5 yards on that play.
Big play here.
Caught 3rd and 4.
Headland doesn't convert. Tigers can run the clock out.
Quarterback keeper around the right end. The original quarterback is back in. He picked up about a yard. A yard on that play. Call it 4th and 2.
They may be trying to get him in positive yards. He's still -3 on the night. Look for Headland to go for it.
4th, a long 2, a short 3. On their own end of the field with 6:37 to go.
A lot of backups in there for the Tigers. I say a lot. There's a few.
They've sprinkled some in, but quarterback going to keep it around the right end. He is going to be tackled. They gave him forward progress, which is going to make it probably a first down.
I'm glad they didn't look at that too long. They might have measured that.
Well, the good thing is, Doug, that they didn't stop the clock for the first down, so they keep the clock rolling with 6:0. Now they did. Now they stopped.
Heat timeout.
Oh, I see. Well, we'll step aside for a final commercial break on this heat timeout. Eufaula leads 34-0.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson, and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
Don't suffer in the summer heat. Benefield's Heating and Cooling in Eufaula has you covered. Locally owned and operated, licensed and bonded, we're your trusted Bryant Factory authorized dealer. And just like Brian says, we service everything we sell. So stay cool all summer long with Benefield's Heating and Cooling. Call 334-695-8039 today and be a cool cat this season.
In Headland, 6:08 to go in the contest tonight. Eufaula leading 34-0. Headland with the ball with a 1st and 10 at their 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. I know these young guys over here would certainly like to see a little playing time in a region game. If they Tigers stop them on this possession, we might indeed see that. 1 yard gain on that play on quarterback keeper. He gets just into Tiger territory.
Trammell's had a rough night. That gets him. He was over positive yards on his second carry. No gain on his first tonight. Then he had 2 yards. Other than that, he hadn't been positive yards all night. He finally got back into positive territory with that carry.
Second 9, 5:25 and counting here. Going to hand the quarterback's going to keep it once again. He's pulling down. He's going to be tackled right around the line of scrimmage on a. It was Jonathan Butts, the first man there for Tigers.
Yeah, he tried to roll around the right side, and when he turned to come back, I think it was Butts 99. Yeah, he was staring him right in the face. That was not what he wanted to see. If you're the Headland quarterback, he was fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 9, under 5 minutes to play here in the 4th now.
4:49 and counting. 3rd and 9. Movement, and the flags come down.
Number 17, the slot over here on this side, leaned forward, and he put his hand out on his tackle to try to brace himself, but the official was on top of it. That's going to back Headland up 5. The backup quarterback has done a good job here getting a pass off, and it's definitely passing situation here.
Nice. Actually, they've got the starter back in there now.
He's still back in there.
He is a junior. He's just a year ahead, but it's Trammell, Ashton Trammell. They'll hand it off to Reeves, and he's in the open field. It's a touchdown, potential touchdown saving tackle by that was George McFarley. George McFarley making the tackle for the Tigers, but that's a 9-yard gain. It picks up just enough for a Headland first down.
It's actually about 14, Keith, because they had the 5-yard.
That's right. You're right.
He had only had 14 yards carrying the ball on 10 carries before that, but he picks up 15 on that one carry.
Yeah, I knew it seemed like it was more than 9, but I forgot about the penalty. But yeah, it was a good play by McFarley, who was in at middle linebacker, saving a bigger gain. Handoff this time, trying to come around the right end. Good job by Jave Williams. They brought Jave out for a play after he kind of got in a little extracurricular activity, and he went back in. He was not in on that long run, and he responds by making a tackle for a loss of 2 on the play.
'99 and Ivory 95 come out for the Tigers. Get some fresh people in up there at the front line position.
3:30 to go. You know the Tiger defense, the starters would love to preserve a shutout.
No safety. I don't think they'll think Trammell will throw it deep.
He's going to run it. He keeps it. He runs right into the Tiger defense. It was Zion Martin, I believe, was the first Tiger there on the bottom of that pile. He had a lot of help. It was Zion Martin, the first man there. 54 also in on that tackle for Eufaula. We'll check the names. And 54 is actually listed as offensive lineman. That's Najavius Curry.
3rd and 11. They picked up a 3rd and 14 just a moment ago. We'll see what they have here.
3rd down. Call it right at 12 yards to go. Handoff around the right side. Number 2, he breaks it back across. He's got running room. He's going to score a touchdown. The shutout is no more. That's Julian Riley. This is an athlete. He is a senior. Doug, what yard line did they snap that ball
41.
from? The 41-yard line.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 11.
Yeah,
And
41.
they still have the change back here.
It was just a good run. He started around the right end. He cut it all the way back against the grain, picked up a couple of blocks, and just used really good speed. They're going to go for 2 here. There's a snap, rolling out to his right, quarterback. He throws it. It's going to be intercepted. I think in high school it's dead. It's a dead ball. So 34-6 is no good. But they lost last week to Andalusia 24-6. Now, it wasn't a driving rain, so Eufaula, though, playing a pretty good game tonight, except for that a couple of chunk plays, a 43-yard run, a 42-yard or 41-yard pass play, 42-yard pass play, then a 41-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and I think they were just trying to get out of here, Keith. They were running the ball almost every play, but they were just able to break it, and it was on 3rd and long both times.
So by far, Headland's best possession of the night, 9 plays for 61 yards. It took 5 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock. They're going to kick it deep. There's the return from the 20-yard line. It's going to be a Torian Slaughter breaking back across the field. Slaughter picks up a couple of blocks. He's going to be up around midfield before he's driven out of bounds.
That's 2 long runs he's had tonight that he has scampered all over the field. One might have been a punt return. I can't remember, but I just am shocked that there wasn't Laundry laying on the field after, usually with that many cutbacks and running all over the field, there's a flag somewhere. But fortunately for the Tigers, there was not. First attempt.
2:21 to go in the 4th. It's still Jalen Wright at quarterback. Perry Denard flanks him to his right. High snap over Wright's head. Wright's just going to take it, go back and fall on it. It's going to hurt his total. He's going to lose 13 yards back to the 36-yard line. That keeps the clock in motion. It's good experience, Doug. This is starting lineman still in there. It's not going to hurt the Tigers here tonight for that to happen at this juncture, but you take 2 minutes and 25 seconds on a drive that you need to get points out of in a tight game, and that would be a big play. Perry Denard at the middle. Denard is going to lumber across the 45. He's going to get to the 47. So that's an 11-yard gain on that play. Brings up 3rd down and 12.
I hate that for Wright. He was just over 100 yards. With the loss, brought him back to 91. He may pick it back up here again, but with the minute and 26 seconds left in the game, probably only a couple of snaps left for the Tigers. 3rd and 12.
Wright's going to keep it. He's going to have a chance to get back in the positives as he takes it across midfield to the 48-yard line. He picks up 4 yards. They're calling for punt. We're under a minute to go, 56 seconds and counting. So, Doug, no play clocks. We're disadvantaged there, but honestly, by the time if they have nobody back deep, now they're going to drop somebody back late. It's going to be the player who scored the touchdown earlier, Julian Riley.
I wouldn't take a chance at a bad snap. It's a little high, but
he punts it away from him. Does Alvarez? Is going to hit the 30, takes a sideways bounce out of bounds. They'll stop the clock when they finally stop it with 24 seconds to go. So, if they run the ball, one snap, and we'll head home back up 431 North with the Tigers' second victory of the season. Interesting stat, Doug. Tigers will be 2-0 on the road, 0-2 at home. They'll look to run that home record to 1-2 next week as it's homecoming. They have the Carroll Eagles coming in to play next week. The Tigers will be 1-1 in region play, looking to pick up that second region victory.
Timeout, Headland. They may try to put some more points up on the board here and make it look a little more respectable. But it's been all Eufaula tonight, folks.
Yeah, well, I tell you, Doug, the Tigers did what they needed to do. They came down here, on paper. If you looked at it on paper, you felt like even though Headland had a better record, 2-1 to 1-2 for Eufaula played a tougher schedule. You felt good about the Tigers' chances this game, even going without their starting quarterback. So you checked a lot of boxes in this game. The Tigers got the victory. They didn't play a lot of extra players, but they did get a lot of experience for Jalen Wright, getting to go all the way at quarterback and play meaningful snaps, 2 touchdowns through the air. Should have been 2 on the ground. He scored 1 on the ground, but over the century mark, passing pretty close to that, rushing. I'm not sure if he finished with that over 100 or not after the loss of yardage, but that's going to do it here. Tigers will get out of here with their second victory. They'll be 2-2 overall, 1-1 in region play. They'll win 34-6. Doug, Carroll next week, the Tigers will certainly be favored in that game to be 3-2 before going back out of region play with Wetumpka coming in. But the season kind of right back on track. If you look at it, hopefully McCoy will be cleared to play this week as he'll be reevaluated on Tuesday. But Wright, certainly a passing grade in his first start.
Absolutely. And, you think about it, that gives that sure gives Carroll a lot to work on this week when you got which quarterback's going to be in there. And some of the things the Tigers did tonight is definitely going to cause a little bit of extra practice time for the Carroll Eagles. But it's usually an interesting ball game when they come in there, and we'll see. It's just good to get victorious, get out of here with a victory. We'll take the short ride back up, work on things this weekend. Coach Jernigan will join us here in just a moment with John Wayne once he goes through the line, and we'll see what he has to say about tonight.
Yeah. And like I said, did not look at, I guess we could take a peek and see who Carroll had tonight. Everyone playing in region tonight.
Well, we got an odd number. They either had to be playing Charles Henderson or I tell you, it had to be because the Catholic school was playing Catholic out of Pensacola tonight. So it would have had to have been Carroll and Charles Henderson because Greenville was playing Andalusia
That's
and we
correct.
were playing Headland.
That's good process elimination. So it'd be interesting to see how that game turns out. We had a chance, as we said, it was bad conditions to watch Charles Henderson last week and Greenville. That was a sloppy game, but we'll see next week as Carroll comes down. Coach is on the field with John Wayne. We'll go down to the field with John Wayne.
Take it away, John Wayne.
He's not on. He's talking.
Well, we have his feet on because his tiger eyes on there. I'm not sure. He must have got disconnected or in his celebration he got something. He's checking it now. We'll give him just a minute to see if he can figure it out. He is connected. Maybe just pull the headset loose or something. Let's see.
There we go. Great game, Coach. Solid performance by the Tigers. A good bounce back. Offensive, defensive, special teams. Had some penalties that hurt us. Deep pad penalties, things we'll talk about probably Thursday night. But I'm going to let you take it away, but congratulations.
Hey, Coach Jerry.
How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. Congratulations. We were just talking about, we did what we needed to do. We came down here, got a good victory. Got Jalen Wright some valuable experience behind the center, and certainly a passing grade for him.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Jalen Wright played a wonderful game, which we know he had it in him. So he does. That's why we really didn't panic when Tom McCoy, went down and he had a whole week to prepare. But he's been playing quarterback the whole off season and at practice anyway.
I had one game. He hit 5 straight passes in a row, including a 57-yarder for a touchdown. So certainly did a good job. Looked good throwing the ball tonight, and everything seemed to work. We did. I don't know if you call it inside zone, but he ran that very well. Do y'all actually read that play? Is that a read on his part?
Yeah, sometimes it reads, sometimes he's not reading. We call it from the sideline, so it just depends on.
And the defense was pitching a shutout out there at the end. I know that they wanted the shutout bad, but it was still a great performance by them. Headland without a first down until inside of a minute to go in the first half.
Yeah, kudos to Coach Rivers and defense staff. They had a great game plan and going in. Like I said before, we know they really didn't want to throw it, so we was going to make them throw it and, stack the box and just come up and tackle, rally and tackle. So that was a good defense, a game plan that Coach Rivers put together.
And, Coach, you may or may not know anything about this. You probably don't, but Greenville was ahead of Andalusia at one point tonight, 24-12. Andalusia came back to win 26-24.
Oh, wow. Wow, that was a good one, huh?
Yeah. So.
Well, good job tonight, Coach. We appreciate you and everything you've done. If one thing I learned tonight, I'm going to keep my pants pulled down over my knees for it.
I appreciate it. Go Tigers.
All right, go Tigers. Well, that was Coach Jernigan. He didn't take the bait, Doug. Anyway, we'll talk about it Thursday night. But good night for the Tigers, 34-6. They come to Headland. They're victorious again. 28-point victory for the Tigers. So,
Charles, quick update. Somebody posted a score. Charles Henderson 18, Greenville 14 final.
That was last week.
Oh, was that last week? Oh, that's right. Great. Yeah, you just gave those scores.
Yeah, that was last week. That was in the Quagmire and Troy. Yeah, it's Carroll and Charles Henderson tonight. So we were looking for that score. It's not on score stream for some reason. Don't know why. I don't know if that game was in Ozark or in Troy, but we'll be checking that out as we drive home tonight.
Actually, I know somebody else posted that the game is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's what they said.
Okay.
So
interesting. I wonder why.
It must be at Carroll because isn't Troy at home tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe they delayed it because of the wet field. It is down in the they have that field down in the bottom. It's an old field here.
It's a brand new field.
Oh, it is.
Yes. I thought Carroll played about 5 or 6 on the road first because they were redoing the field. This may be the first one. Then again, maybe not. I don't know. But Carroll has totally redone their facility over there. So either they didn't want to start with a rain-soaked field on the first one, or maybe something was going on in Troy. They had to delay it or something.
Who knows? Interesting. We'll have all that information for you, though, on Thursday night. Chick-fil-A, if you follow Coach's show on Thursday night, and we'll have it for you. The Tigers will go in 2-2. Homecoming week, the show, I guess, Doug, you'll have to pay attention to the Facebook page whether or not we have to delay and go later because of the homecoming parade. I haven't heard any times yet on the homecoming parade, but it is homecoming week in Eufaula. So, for John Wayne Robinson, Jimmy Simmons, Doug Apple, I'm Keith Bryan, wishing a good night, great weekend. Go Tigers!